but
Okay, last session. It's been a couple weeks. Really not a lot happened besides some shopping. However, during that shopping, while you all acquired little goods that you guys wanted or needed or begged for, didn't get because it's too expensive or whatever, additionally, you were presented with an egg requested by Sticky, an egg that came with a deal that you would write down all of this information about this egg and what hatches from it and how it grows and how it lives, and doing this research for the facility for the Wispy White that you bought the egg from. After you bought the egg, Drell went across the street and purchased, I believe it was 16 sticks of dynamite, as well as the exact amount of salt needed for you guys to perform another resurrection, like 300 pounds resurrection in the Cauldron of Rebirth, before Drell decided he was going to go to church. And all of you decided to go with him. And as he walked in, all of you waiting outside just decided, fuck it, and left. And just left him back at the church by himself. The Church of Lathander, where he was going to hopefully try to get a message delivered. He spoke to the priest, whom he had previously been resurrected by, and requested that that priest ask Lathander to pass a message to Lyra, the new or newly spreading goddess of joy and laughter, who is replacing Yol. I don't remember what the rest of you were doing. Did you guys go to... Oh, you went to the bakery. You guys went to the bakery and purchased one of everything, at least initially, until it was spending, I believe, 16 gold or 10 gold. Like whatever 10 gold's worth, instead of all the platinum you had, Sticky. So everyone's eating desserts. You guys are all chilling. I believe you guys took those desserts and went back to the inn. I'm not sure. Or were you guys just at the bakery when it ended?
No, I think we
ordered
at the
this
bakery.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, still at the bakery. Okay, so starting this session off, Drell giving an entire bag of an obscene amount of copper over to the Church of Lathander on his way out, and sort of being led a little bit. The rest of the party, you guys all get your baked goods of different flavors and different whatevers, different bakes, different pastries, and other things. What are you all doing? Specifically, let's start with Drell. Drell, what are you doing when you leave the church and you see the rest of the party's not there?
Oh, well, you see, that's a great question.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't say anything to me.
No, they did not. They just left.
I look around.
Right. Make a perception check.
Thank God. I win these. 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 I win these.
You look around, and
I don't win these.
There's just people walking through the streets. At this point, you guys haven't slept here yet. It's definitely leaning towards the evening. Sun is setting. It's a little darker outside. And with that perception check, you just know your party is nowhere in the immediate vicinity.
I guess, like, with that, I'll just kind of be like, what the fuck? They couldn't stand, like, sitting outside a church for 10 minutes? Like, it's just, like, I'll just assume they went back to the tavern. I'll go back to, is it Kurth's tavern?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm gaming.
The Tangled Treant is
the
name of it. But yes, Kurth Greenbrow's tavern. You go back to the tavern. The rest of you, he'd be back at the tavern probably like 15 minutes before you guys get there, if that's where you go directly from the bakery. What are you guys doing from the bakery? All of you have these baked goods, nowhere to store them. I guess they're all holding little boxes or little bags of them.
I like to imagine that Sticky is just balancing a tower of boxes taller than her.
I was going to say paper bags that line her arms and turn her into like a tree, just holding them all. But yeah, I like you balancing them.
Works.
Both.
Yes.
Both.
Whole arms covered in bags weighing her down as she's holding a tower. When you talk, your face is just stuffed with bags.
Hey guys, are we ready to go for the
Oh,
Huh?
we can't understand. I'm gonna part like 2 bags so Sticky's face shows.
Yeah.
There you are.
She's got a little bit of like brown sugar dust on her nose.
Oh, you got a little. We'll take care of that at the tavern. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
What were you saying?
We're gonna go back to the tavern cruise. I got all this food and I will go put it in places.
Yeah, really drop it off.
Yeah.
You're
What
gonna
do
put
you
it in
mean?
places?
What do you mean
what
places?
places are you
This
gonna
is so
put it
What do
in?
you mean? What do you mean places?
I'm just gonna put it down.
In our
Yeah,
room?
she just needs somewhere to set it.
Yeah.
Okay. Not just the in places just seem like she's gonna.
And
ominous.
some of those
More like-
places might be other people's pockets, you know?
Okay.
No.
Okay, that's true.
No.
Sticky and Mary are just like running around stuffing desserts in people's pockets.
You'll get a donut.
Congratulations! And put your fucking hands up. This is a reverse robbery.
You put a donut on their fingers.
The thing is, she has the gauntlet. She could totally just hold her arm out and make it look like there's a fucking gun pointed at someone's head.
Holy shit.
Anyways,
Incredible.
are you guys going back to the tavern as well?
Yeah.
Drell, you got like 10 minutes to kill at the tavern before they end up showing up. What would Drell be doing?
What would Drill be doing for a whole?
You
10
drinking?
minutes? I
Do you
think,
drink? You want to drink? You get some food? Maybe
Yeah.
order a room?
I'll get a spot at the bar, like at the corner, so I can see the entrance.
Okay. You're sitting at the corner. Like I said, it's becoming evening, so it's starting to get a little busier as people get off of their manual labor jobs with the sun going down. And you get a nice grog in a wooden tankard that's sitting in front of you as you're facing the door. And what would you say Drell is outwardly expressing or outwardly looking like right now?
Kind of lost. Like no directive. But like content with it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like just kind of spacing out.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So you zone out a little bit, waiting, knowing that, hey, wherever the party is, they didn't tell you where they were gonna be. They'll make their way back here eventually, maybe. And if they don't, and then your brain starts to trail off, right? You know, like that sort of
Yeah.
thing. Thinking about everything that was said from the Church of Lathander. And there's a you hear a tss as a guy to your left is sort of like pressing a cigar into an ashtray and then holds it back up to his lips, turns to you, and like scoffs a little bit. What's wrong, my scaly friend?
Huh?
You seem a little lost. Got that look in your eyes. Granted, I've never seen someone so rich down here. If you don't recall, you're dressed so unbelievably elegantly on purpose.
I forget.
You spent so much of your sapphire toenail money on really nice clothes. And you're made out of sapphires, so you just look like, how did nobility get here? You know, you are a sapphire dragonborn, and you forget sometimes. Despite everyone pointing it out, there are moments, especially when you space out, that being in this new body and looking the way you look isn't something you're used to still.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm a noble. I don't know. Just kind of, it's been a long journey and just reflecting a little bit.
He takes a big, like, nose inhale, like he's smelling the air. Smells rich, but not for me to determine.
Trell keeps chuckling.
Because the smell? Because the smelling thing?
Yeah, he keeps insisting that I'm rich. Like, Jarrell does not think he's rich. Jarrell doesn't
Yeah,
think
he goes-
he's of that class.
You like laugh and he goes, I'm not joking. I saw that bag of coins you pulled out when you paid for your drink. You carry a wealth. Whether it's doing something for you up here is another story.
I guess you're right about that.
Takes a
I sip
big
my
inhale of a cigar and just holds it, tapping the counter before just slowly exhaling just a cloud of smoke.
I take a big gulp as long as he's held the smoke in.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
I win these. Oh
A 13. You're fine. There's like a moment where you feel like it gets caught in your chest, but you swallow it down and keep going. And he holds it for a while.
Yeah, and I just keep chugging and just keep going.
He after he exhales, he looks at you and what is some sort of challenge?
No, I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun.
Was it?
I burp. Yeah, I think I'm having a good time now.
It was kind of impressive. So, and he reaches in his back pocket, pulls out a coin, slides it down the counter, and you see like a hand grow out of the counter and slap it, and then take the coin away. And you see a branch pop up. Kurth isn't like in this room, but a branch pops out of the counter, picks up a mug full of grog, and slides it over to the table to you.
Oh. Cheers. I hold up the
You
mug
won
I
the
haven't
contest.
finished.
I couldn't hold any longer. I saw you doing it, and I was trying.
Yeah, I cheers him with my unfinished drink, and I finish it.
He like goes to tap the back of your drink with his cigar, and then realizes wood cup, bad idea, and like turns and taps his knuckle, and then takes another hit, but isn't like holding this one.
Yeah, no, it was just that one thing. I got it. I feel that. Me too, man. Samesies. So what brings you into town?
I've lived here my whole life.
Oh.
I frequent this place. You're the one who seems like you're from out of town.
Just coming from Yolheim, really.
Isn't that place like going to shit or something?
Yeah, we were trying to save it and fix it up.
Well, I don't. People like you. Where do you find, if you have any, your happiness?
Oof.
I know, loaded question. My bad.
That is a deep question for me now.
Well, you don't have to answer it, stranger.
Did you remember the god Yol?
Some fucking god of joy or whatever. I'm not a religious guy, but there's basics of some god knowledge.
No, but you nailed it. He was a god of joy.
Uh-huh.
And he was the god of joy that brought you anything that brought you joy was good enough for him. And
So are you saying he brought me my joy?
no, he got enjoyment from your joy, and that was enough to give him power. The simplest remark of it. And I don't know. It's just kind of hard finding those little things without him. It's just big things lately. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's why I don't put a lot of weight in gods. I can make my own happiness, find it, work towards it, not have to rely on some praised, powerful psycho. Not all of them are psychos, obviously. But you know what I mean.
Well,
Because I heard all the disasters that have happened now that this Yol guy's gone, wherever he is. They were talking about, there were some priests who were accompanying a caravan across the desert to the west, and all of them were Yolian. What do you call yourselves?
no, it's pretty close. What'd you say? Heading
Yolian?
into the desert?
Yeah, there were some this is just one of many stories I've heard. People in this tavern, they talk. A couple priests, there's a priest and a priestess, were accompanying a caravan across the desert, providing food and, creating food and water and keeping everyone sustained in the journey. And in the middle of the desert, their magics were gone. They were in the middle of the desert. They couldn't use magics to find the right path. They couldn't use magics to produce the food and water that they needed, that they were doing on the daily, because you can't caravan, that many rations for the most part. And when they were found, not a soul survived, picked to bone. So, if I build a life without the gods, then I don't get fucked over by when they leave.
But then what do you put your faith in, huh?
Myself, my family, those I care about, those I love.
So what brings you joy then?
Picture a sunset, much like the one now, sitting on the front porch of a farmstead, and a chair you carved yourself, and looking out into a field and seeing the love of your life running and playing side by side with your two beautiful children, and their laughter filling the air along with the slight breeze, the golden rays of the sun behind them. And they're yours. And you're theirs. That's where I found my happiness.
That does seem nice.
And I know that if a god disappears, that won't go away.
But this is just a but. I mean nothing.
Sure. Yeah, we're just having a conversation.
What if that god is the cause of so much bigger things than just disappearing and letting down its own church?
What do you mean by the cause of more things?
What if that's just the start and things are only getting worse?
You're saying this god being gone is going to get worse than all the people who lost their powers? How do you know that?
What if it's just a bad omen?
Then I'm going to enjoy what brings me happiness for as long as I can. What does me believing in a god do to that?
I suppose you're right. And I sip my drink.
It's at this point, I would say, that the rest of the group comes inside the tavern. You guys see Drell taking a swig of a cup of grog.
What was your name, by the way?
You look over, like you took a sip of your drink and your cup is covering your eyes, and when you put the cup down, the guy's gone.
What the son of a bitch?
But the cigar is left in the ashtray, still
he did
smoking
a fucking
out.
Houdini! Oh, son of a bitch!
You guys walk in. You saw him take a swig. He puts his cup down and goes and just starts talking. And you look and he's like so confused as he's just pointing, like sort of like hand motioning to someone who's not there.
Hi, Drow.
You see Sticky come in carrying an obscene amount of bags.
Oh my god! Hey, Sticky.
You want some snacks that got every flavor and the big green had to offer? And when they said that there were a lot of flavors, I don't think that they were making a joke. I think that would be really serious.
You make a perception check.
Me?
Yes.
I win these.
15. It was hard, but you did get everything she said. Through the bag noise,
God.
through the bag talking. But like for a second, you really had to lean your ear in and pay attention.
That's impressive. Yeah. Hey, let's grab a table and then we can spread these out and actually look at them and enjoy them.
Ooh.
That's a really good idea. Okay, hold on. Can you help me? Can you take the knife
Rel,
and
real
pour
quick
it
for me.
away?
Did you finish that second drink?
Yes.
I need another con save.
Oh.
Because you've now
okay.
chugged 2 drinks.
I win these, baby.
21, yeah, you're fine. You actually feel a little stronger, a little heartier. Like the alcohol is making your muscles relax and feel pretty good.
Let's go.
As you take some of the bags off of Sticky's tower, and lay them out all on a table. You guys are all sitting around a table. Ben seems pensive, trying to think about what you guys are doing next. And all of you sit around the table and just enjoy an obscene amount of baked goods.
Where did you
I'm
all
gonna have
go?
Sticky
You
kind
all
of
just
like
ditched
organizing
me?
them in color while he's talking.
I only eat the blue ones.
You guys ditched me, or like, what's up?
I wanted to go and see if there was any cake.
Oh, that's fair. But everyone had to go with you?
I mean, I guess. Oh, hey, look at this.
I'm gonna put the egg on the
Bless
table.
you.
Thank you.
Everyone's
And then-
everyone's seen the egg. They saw you buy it.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah. And then
yep,
I'm gonna,
I remember
I'm
the
gonna
egg.
just start taking like one of the cupcakes and then like
Maybe
pressing
we-
it into the egg.
I don't
No, maybe we should
know,
hide. Maybe we
Sticky.
shouldn't have this egg out in the open.
No.
I
Let
take
her
out
cook.
I take out the tablecloth and I wipe off the egg.
Well, I'm trying to
this-
feed it.
It doesn't. You just gotta keep it warm.
Yeah.
I just gotta keep it warm.
Yeah, here, Sticky.
Yeah.
I wipe off the icing and like the cake guts off the egg, and I like in the tablecloth like looks dirty. Well, I don't know what the fuck. Like,
I just liked it. No, I said that. I liked it. I was like, good
Yeah.
choice.
well, you didn't eat the cupcake. You destroyed that shit. It's guts, bro. Like,
True,
I'm
true.
yawing. I'm yawing it.
So like I don't know. Anyway, and I wipe it off with my magical tablecloth, and the magical tablecloth that was dirty is now clean.
Yep.
And I hand you the clean tablecloth, and I go, "Here, Sticky. You should keep it warm."
Okay.
I'm just gonna wrap it up sloppily in the blanket and the tablecloth,
Sure.
and then I'm just gonna hold it in my lap
hmm
and just beam at everybody.
So you just have a ton of pastries in that tablecloth sitting in your lap.
Hold on.
Like
no.
all of them.
Yep.
Okay.
Hell
Good to know.
It's the yep.
Are you tying it off, or are you just holding the top closed?
No, she'd probably tie the top off and then kind of. She's not a complete maniac, and then would probably just sit there with the egg and all of the food, and then just.
So
Be,
the way that this looks, do you have the egg on the table?
yes.
Okay, so the egg's on the table, and those of you who saw her just take all the pastries, hold them up in this tablecloth, and then plop them on her lap, they're like, she's holding it closed. You said you tied it too?
Did they like disappear?
No, it's like
Because like, it'd be like
there's so many pastries once taken out of all the bags and shoved into a tablecloth that like they don't just fit snug on her lap. Like the makeshift bag that she's now made is like drooping down the side of her legs. Like there's just that many pastries. So she looks like she's taking up like out to here space of like walking space. Like you're covering part of the out. People are like trying to squeeze past it. Listen, it's basically a giant like dessert sack that you're now just like holding on your person. But anyways,
Yeah.
I mean, that's one way to do it, I guess.
What do you mean?
No, I don't know. It's one way to do it.
One way to do what?
To hold them. I don't know. I could have and I take one of each and I put them in my fanny pack of holding.
okay.
How many muffins is that? How many small cakes is that?
How many are you
many-
putting in?
One of each, Corey.
One of each of everything she got?
Yes, Corey.
That's about half of her supply. So
You gonna let me do that, Sticky?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
yeah,
Let's
so
go.
your
What
bag
is it
now
called?
is still like it would right now what it would look like is the size of what people say like when Santa Claus is walking around with a bag of presents. It's about that big now.
Okay.
Okay.
Before it would have been Santa Claus head to toe size. Anyways, besides
I have the
divvying up
bag of
pastries,
beans.
Drill.
What?
Why? So why the church in the first place? Were you looking for answers? Did you find them?
No. I was talking to someone or something.
You don't know who you were talking to?
Someone bought me a drink, but I when the second you guys came in, he like disappeared. I don't know where he went.
Did you buy yourself a drink?
No,
Can you describe-
like,
can
well,
you
no, I
describe
did
what he
buy
looked like?
myself a drink, but he bought me one as well.
Can you describe what he looks like?
Oh my God, Corey!
Yeah, I could tell you. You were there. You didn't actually ask before, but you know. It was
I know.
Human guy. It's sort of really like tanned, very farmer tanned skin. Like his like freckles darkened because of how much he's clearly been in the sun. You could tell after he was talking about the farm fantasy that he was obviously someone who does a manual labor job, most likely farming, whether that's animals or vegetables or whatever. You don't really know. Really like that, not super buff, but that veiny level of toned. You could see on his arms he was wearing short sleeves. It was actually a long sleeve with the sleeves rolled up extremely neatly.
Do you have a
into
wedding ring on? Just out of curiosity.
We'll get there.
Oh.
He did just talk about, you know, his wife and 2 kids that bring him his happiness, but sure. His hair, it like tousled a bit, but down to his shoulders, neatly tucked behind the ears. He had a cowboy hat on the counter in front of him. Very weathered brown cowboy hat.
Goodness.
When he looked over at you, make a perception check. This is gonna be how much more information I give you.
Oh my goodness! You're giving me like a whole ass person. Oh my God!
A
Keep
19.
going!
He had a level of hazel eyes, like a bright green
Oh
on the
my
outside,
God!
down into a brown, almost orange
Okay.
around his iris. He had a
Something is happening.
rugged beard that was lighter than his hair color. His hair being like a
Holy
deep brown,
shit.
and very chiseled jaw. But he
And his
you know.
cock was 8 inches.
Was Drell looking with a 19? I mean,
Oh my.
There was an imprint.
anyways, that's you can convey that to the party if you want.
I absolutely do.
Okay. Drell starts going into not in a way that
was-
seems
that was
sexual, like not in a
that
way
was-
that seems like sexual, but in a way that seems like
That was such a
he's
long
just fucking spacing the fuck out while he's describing this person. You finish
Oh,
your
man,
sentence
yeah.
describing him, and then just like don't make eye contact with anyone as you've like fully zoned.
I'm just gonna
feel
have
like
Sticky be like,
there's-
sounds nice.
That sounds nice. Snaps you back in, Drell.
I mean, it's
Oh,
almost like
yeah.
Did you get his name?
No, I didn't get his fucking name. The second
What
I
about
asked
his
for it,
address?
no, Sticky, because I didn't get his
Oh.
name.
What about his mom's name?
I'm
Still, Sticky, you
astonished
have to
that
start
you
with-
got this much. That you were able to like.
Sticky, the way it
this
goes
much-
is if you don't get his name, you don't get any other information about them at all.
Yeah.
Teaching Sticky about social boundaries. You got to get someone's name before you get their address, Sticky.
Did you get his mom's maiden name? Did you get the last 4 of his card number? Did you get his home address? Like,
Yeah.
holy
Did
shit.
he have a pet dog?
How many zip codes does Hedron
He said he
have?
had 2 kids and a wife, and that brought him joy. We were talking about what makes us happy, and like, you know, what's going on and stuff, and like why he doesn't believe in gods because they wouldn't make him happy for the long term, or something like that.
Oh.
I want to make it clear. It's not that he doesn't believe in gods. There's sort of a general understanding by most of the populace that
Right.
gods exist.
Yeah.
It's that he just doesn't worship any.
Care worship, yeah.
It's going to be real interesting if you find gods aren't real type people in a D&D universe. That's
yeah.
a
I'm trying
wild
to-
concept.
Yeah.
That'd be
We'll get
dope.
there. You guys haven't found them yet.
For real? They exist
Spoiler
here?
alert.
Oh yeah.
He just told you.
Oh
what
yeah,
made
the
him
god
happy, what was
deniers.
the whole-
Oh, for sure. That's a whole nother quest line I wasn't going to put you on because you already have 6 that you've avoided.
The god deniers.
Smithville Flat Earthers.
He didn't mention something about a caravan from like Yule worshippers or something like that heading into the desert.
Do you want to have Drell like completely remember what he said?
Yeah.
Okay. It was that 2 priests were accompanying a caravan, like they were hired to
Oh.
help maintain the caravan across like a trade caravan. They also had like mercenaries
Corey's
and other
like,
things.
You butchered it. You butchered it.
No, I was just saying that it wasn't a Yol. I don't want you to convey that it was a Yol-based caravan. That it was all
thought
like
it was a
Yol
Yol
people.
thing.
That's why I'm specifying. But
It's
yeah,
just the priests of Yol, or like, is it nothing to do with Yol?
it was a couple priests who were hired by a caravan to help maintain them as they crossed the desert.
It had nothing to do with Yol.
No, but it had to do with the fact that those two priests lost their power in the middle of the travel and everyone died. Because Yol disappeared. He said that was one of many stories he's heard about the consequences of Yol being
Fuck,
gone.
Man, I didn't get any other funny stories about the fucking guy. No more funny ha-has, just funny.
So
Yeah.
he just brought up all this stuff and what makes him happy to just. That's just a bar conversation, I guess.
Yeah, I wanted to get his name and then I missed it and then you guys came in and now we're here.
I mean, was he asking something from you or just?
No, he thought I was a noble and I kept laughing because. Come on. I gotta get some new clothes.
Again?
Again, we just got a bunch of new clothes. I'm tired of shopping.
When did you guys get new clothes?
Like
Not
2
too
months
long
ago.
Yeah, before we met Drew, we all got like new clothes.
Yeah,
I
but
got
half
the
Yeah,
jacket
I don't think
there.
one outfit in 3 months is like, oh, you
This
just
is
got new clothes.
olden
That's like
times.
90
This is
days.
olden times.
You change your outfits
You
as you
just
see fit.
showered last
Maybe he is a
week.
noble. He wants to change his outfit again.
I just want
Jesus.
to get some like basic robes.
Hey,
like,
man,
my
I
monk
know-
robes are
I
shabby.
Valxis, it sounds really nice getting a new fit right now.
I would be okay with getting a new fit. I'll be honest. I agree with Drell. Getting a new
Oh,
fit
this
sounds pretty
fucking
good.
guy, dude. Bro,
What do
we're
we
gonna
wanna-
go to a
we're just
general
gonna go
store.
We're just going shopping.
No, we'll go somewhere. We'll go to a
Oh, you
different
guys
city
decided-
for if we want like new robes, right? Like we gotta. We're not getting. We're not getting any here.
What is our plan here now? How much longer you guys want to stick around here?
Can do
Uh,
whatever, really. I thought we were gonna go to the capital or something like that.
I think
I mean,
our
we
best
have
next
no
step
ride out of
is-
here.
We can go get another horse or two.
I mean,
Or-
we can do that, but I think we need some
don't-
sort of directions to go to. But nonetheless, I was thinking that we could possibly make a visit or I guess a social call back to the Empire. I mean,
Good luck with that.
it's
What do you,
it's
do you
gotta
mean?
it's one of, I think it's one of our best options. I mean, what do? We get 2 more horses right now, and then we have to focus on, like, we have to take care of them. We have to, maybe we get more, we get into
So-
other messes. We've already lost and
Oh.
had to spend money on a lot. I'm thinking in means of transportation, it's
Why don't
probably our best option, unless maybe we can find
doesn't the
some-
the misty white TP? That's how they got to Pie and Tie.
it
Yeah.
works, but it's
But the shop.
Corey
owner-
laughs because I actually
He's-
remembered that.
No, I'm laughing
He's-
because of how much it cost you.
Yeah, it costs us a lot of money. first
And
off.
the
off.
owner
Tell
has
us
to be
about it.
there.
And the owner has to
Yeah,
be
it
there.
was
Not
the
even
it was the
fair.
gnome wizard with the brown
did it
curly
cost?
coon mustache. I think it was near 1,000 gold.
Yeah, something like that. It was
Yeah.
an insane amount.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I spent a
teleport
lot
bunch of
of money on
people,
that.
and it's a lot of the chalk for it or whatever the material is.
Well, I mean, it's because it's accuracy versus like. I mean, I don't know. The guy was randomly in his shop, and you guys asked for teleportation. He was like, I don't know. I don't offer a teleportation service, but fuck, 1,000 gold.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey, gabagool, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was mostly thinking that it would be our best chance at finding our next lead and getting transportation to our next lead, wherever that may be. It's gonna be
I mean,
a long time getting
I
up
guess
there,
it-
but
it's mostly what do we want to do? I mean, especially Mary, what do you want to do? You just flew out here to come help us, and you didn't have to help, and then you didn't even need you yet. You down to stick with us, or?
Before you can say anything, Mary,
uh-oh.
you hear from your waistband, "What are we going to do?"
Oh. Mm. Oh my
And
God,
you
guys,
guys hear this
perfect
too.
chair.
The rest of you hear this too. As you guys are like confused, Mary pulls out. I'm assuming you pull it out. Or are you just gonna speak openly to it from your side?
Oh no, she'll definitely present Master Bartholomew.
Yes. She pulls out her little lyre and plops it on the table, and that, like, upon you guys seeing her before, nothing seemed off, but the lyre, part of its like body is that made out of the same like brass material of the lyre is a stone figure of a person who would be like the harp player if this were a full-sized harp, that looked like it wasn't just like a part of the metal of the harp. It was a design someone had carved out. And instead, its torso, because its torso is attached to the body of the lyre, is moving around and talking. Arms, torso, and head. And she called it Master Bartholomew.
It's Barty
gonna
for
have
short.
Sticky literally just stare at it.
It's
That
staring right back at you.
When did you
And I
get
have her,
that?
without speaking and without breaking eye contact, just reach forward with a single finger to touch it.
It holds out a finger like the painting. Just full point out.
This is Barty.
It doesn't reach out far. It's like, think of like a person shrunk down to the size of a hand lyre. So he's like
like
that tall.
Indian in the cupboard.
So yeah,
vibes.
he goes to reach out and like he's hardly reaching out. So Sticky, you have to do most of the work to get across the table. But you touch fingertips with him.
Oh my god, we touch tips.
You have a sentient liar?
You see him roll his non-existent eyes. It's kind of just like a glowing light to the we touch tips. You'll find yourself in interesting company.
Yeah, Barty. These are my friends.
The ones you've been
everyone
talking
loves
about
Barty.
ceaselessly before we sleep at night.
Can I get around?
Can I pick up Bartholomew and start looking at him
That's up
over?
to Mary. She reaches forward to grab the lyre.
Barty, be nice.
Well, I
Oh, that's
don't
crazy.
like being manhandled by somebody
gonna
who's
cut-
not my player. And he's like,
I'm gonna take a look around and be like looking at it and being like, how does it work? Where's the mechanics? And then it's gonna like maybe
I mean,
like
it's
pull out a
It's not a
screwdriver.
mechanic. I am the item. It's not. I'm not a
No, Barty,
machine.
you're more than that.
I'm gonna pull out a screwdriver and be like, can I take it apart?
He like holds his
wanna
hands
know
to his
how it
chest. That was so sweet, Mary. Thank you. Wait, did you say you were going to take me apart? Please don't.
No, wait, we can't take him apart because that
No,
would
no.
probably kill
I
him.
refuse to be taken apart.
And that would also be probably pretty violating.
Oh,
for
I've never
Barty.
thought about being able to die before.
Well, I mean, well, I think we're all probably pretty close in some way.
Wait, so if I take you apart, you'll die?
Do not take me apart. As you can see, I am
Find
welded
out.
to the rest of this. This is me. Do not cut my strings, please.
Okay.
I'm just gonna have.
He
her
has a
continue-
panicked look back at you, Mary.
Here, let me. I'll show you some cool stuff about
Okay.
Barty.
Okay.
You know I like to be called Bartholomew, but you are the master.
You know, it's just like the best pet name for you. Whatever. You want me to call you something cuter?
know. I don't think that's professional at all.
Then Barty it is.
Unless you want to call me something. I mean, I have to adhere to your will.
Barty, it's Bartholomew, it's both. It's all good.
Okay,
You like
so if you
Barty.
say all good, I need to respond?
Wait, what?
Never mind. You said it's Bartholomew, it's Barty, it's all good.
I know. Let's see.
What are you gonna show off?
Let's see. What's this one? Oh, jeez. Well, okay, so if I'm gonna show y'all, like, what I can do, or what Barty can do, actually, we have to go outside.
He like takes a bow.
He is the star of the show in this.
Are you guys going outside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
yeah.
You guys step out of the tavern. Everyone going out? Kelo, Drell?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys step outside with Mary. She is holding very delicately Bartholomew, her lyre.
She's gonna stand in front of everybody and line them all up, and she's gonna be like, "I need a volunteer." Perfect.
Me!
All right, come here. Okay, stand over here in in this space, and she's going to. Bigger is better.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
She goes to start playing the lyre in her hand, like holding it in one hand, starting to play with the other, and Bartholomew's hands are hitting like chords that she can't hit while she's also strumming. And while the song is playing, Bartholomew's voice hums out with it, and she like does a little twirl and a spin.
I
And-
like big halflings, and I cannot lie.
Sticky, you like her words start to go towards you, but then start to go around you, almost like a physical feeling. And there's like this reverberation in your body as her words are like piercing you. It feels like your whole body just vibrating with the sound waves before you start to grow. And
My party members cannot lie.
you just get slightly bigger and slightly bigger and slightly bigger until you look down and everyone looks like a toddler. You are about the size of a giant at this point. Like you're like 8 to 9 feet tall. You're considered large size right now, and you're just like massive, standing out in the middle of the road in front of the rest of the party.
My
Jesus
gosh.
fucking
They're all
Great
looking
job,
up at
Barty.
you.
Some of your best work.
Thank you. I tried my best.
You did wonderful. Look at how big she is.
How long have you
Are you
had?
mixing up Marador's accent? That was so
she,
crazy.
Yeah, she slips into it.
You
yeah.
slipped into Marador there. I was
She
like,
did it
whoa, what the
twice.
fuck, Mary?
Who am I?
It's the way Bartholomew's talking to you. It's making you want to accent back.
It's so hard.
How did you get this thing?
Well,
I'm gonna have Sticky start jumping on the spot.
You jump, and the rest of you feel the as she's hitting the
Okay.
ground.
Okay.
oh my god.
I think
Oh
I'm
god.
so high.
Let's not do that too much. There's other buildings
Sticky,
here.
you look up, and you're at like the point where like your face can hit second floor like clotheslines. And you're just like trying to like duck under people's like shirts and sheets.
You still got a stain on this one.
And you see a woman who's like whipping out a shirt. She's like, I know! I have not been able to afford the supplies I need for stain removal. Thank you for pointing it out.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to clean it? Sometimes when I get things dirty, I spit on it and then it makes it cleaner.
No,
Oh.
do not spit on my clothes. I just washed them.
And it only lasts a minute.
In the middle of the conversation, she starts slowly shrinking back down. Sounds like you won't be able to clean my laundry. And she just steps inside.
You nice clothing lady!
So yeah, that's Barty.
They were asking how we met.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Yes.
What do you mean, yes?
Don't worry about it.
No, yeah, it's fine. We're team now.
Yes. And he like looks confused at you. Give me an insight check, Mary.
Hold on, I can't read.
An 8. He's going along with your plan. I know exactly what this message is going to be.
But yeah, it was kind of lonely without you guys. And Bart just kind of like just appeared at the right time.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
How did you?
yeah.
How
It's
did it,
probably the
how did
same
it
place I got-
appear at the right time?
Yeah, I don't. Where were you for the right time to be at your hands like
Give me a
that?
second. You guys keep talking.
Well,
Where did you find Bart?
So, me and Bart, he was a gift from Kiki.
Oh.
Yeah,
I see. Huh.
yeah. So, whenever I went home, I well, I was home. I was kind of back in that same place where everything kind of happened that caused us to meet. And I had to talk with Kiki. And, well, things had changed since the coven got broken up, and I was kind of like going back to, well, quote unquote, normal. And, yeah, Barty was a gift.
I was found by your Kiki ages beforehand and kept aside.
Huh. Okay.
But now Barty gets to be on the front lines with us.
Wait, front lines? What?
Right in the middle of the action.
What action?
In the
Where are we
shit
going?
now.
What are we
Oh,
doing?
you should be so excited.
I don't know if I should.
This is a shit
But
squad.
if
All
you're
we do is
excited,
find
I guess
shit.
I have to be.
Oh, yeah.
Stephanie, sweet slathered.
Yeah, I mean,
You're great.
Now we're blowing it up.
I mean, I'm curious what would happen. I know we, broke up the coven, but there's still one loose.
Yeah.
They could still rebuild. I don't know.
Yeah, we
I
should.
don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of like an what is it? A loose end.
Jin, make an Arcana check at advantage
Yahoo!
because these are Fae.
12.
A 12.
Damn, that's a
You have basic knowledge of hags. You're the one who had most of the advanced knowledge on hags.
Yeah. Let me find
The
books I
Feywild,
have
bro.
on.
The Feywild is the hag's home. They're just fucking women there. Like, there's hundreds of them. You chasing down one that's been to this world after you then decimated the portal location that it was going to be in. Like, you go find one hag, you'll probably find all the hags, and you'll keep finding hags because there's probably no end to hags unless you're becoming a hag hunter. So the idea is like one loose end isn't rebuilding like a specific in the mortal plane coven.
Yeah, she's just there. I'll be real. She just went home. Like if she comes back, she comes back. That's kind of just a problem till then.
Yeah.
I wonder what hags look like when they return home. I wonder if they change.
Ooh, do you think she got scarier?
No. I think
Layer actions.
I think it's best for us not to go in there because she could.
What the heck's a hag?
Hag's a really powerful being from the Fae, mostly women.
Anyone here proficient in history?
Not unless it starts.
Me, I am.
Make a history check for me, Valtus.
history.
Oh, I am as well.
Cool, you can too.
Oh my god, can I?
12.
Sure.
Is mine just normal or?
Let's go.
No, yours would also be an advantage because it's a history check on something Fae, Fiend, or Undead. 24.
Let's go.
Mary and Jin specifically, it like, as you're talking about it being stronger in its home, that's when both of you re-register. Oh shit, the last time we went into the Feywild, it was for like 10 minutes, and then 2 weeks went by when we came back.
Yeah, she's probably all fucking good by now, and more. He just has that like deep stare at the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, isn't it like time is shorter over there? So she could just be. Oh, it expands?
Right now, what you have experienced is that the amount of time in the Feywild is much longer than the amount of time in the mortal plane. So you guys went in for 10 minutes. You were in the Feywild for 10 minutes and 2 weeks had gone by in the mortal plane.
Gotcha. So 8 hours there could be like, she could just now be healing up.
It's also been months.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so it's
could
probably
be
not
like-
8 hours. I mean, well, maybe. Who knows? You don't know.
Yeah,
how.
maybe.
Actually,
Right.
for her, she could have been in there hardly any time at all since you guys have left. Because you're living in the real world time. It's
It's
weird
just
timey-wimey shit. You'll have no idea.
Time dilation. We love it.
It's been like 2 hours or.
I mean,
So
the
she's
only thing
still
I'd be
fucked up.
concerned about. The only thing I'd be concerned about with her is like if she somehow is still like kind of connected to you, Mary. But I don't know. She would.
I mean, did Kiki say anything? Like it's.
I mean, no. gist of it that I got was
Yeah.
that we had essentially kind of partially completed what we were off to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of still need to make up for what I did.
Yeah, Cass, what you gathered in your, and it wasn't even really a conversation, but more like a
Yeah.
emotionally conveyed concept, where what you received from Kiki was this idea that, okay, you've finished the selfish task. Now move on the one that helps the rest of the world.
Yeah. So yeah,
What's
I
a partial
fixed.
And
I
you got
fixed
called
my
back. You got
outside.
called back here by Mistall because they asked for help.
Yeah.
So that's why you're here.
Yeah. So yeah, we fixed my outward stuff. Now I'm kind of working on the inner stuff.
What's the? Well, if you can share, you can share.
Yeah, I mean, it's I feel a lot of like guilt still. And there's still kids out there that are like not
Yeah.
having a good time.
You guys remember
Yeah,
that part of Mary's story is that when she was turned, she led to, as a child, the first kids being kidnapped. And that the hag was working directly with the Phoenix in some way.
Oh, right.
So she feels
Yeah.
responsible because she led the hag to the children of her village. And they were some of the first cases of children going missing that were around the kingdom and the Kelo coastlands. So Mary has expressed that, like, there's guilt on her part that she's the reason a lot of that shit happened. I also don't remember how much Mary knows about the Phoenix stuff. She was there with you in the hall talking to your mother, but I don't know how much detail you guys... I'm pretty sure you guys told her and Kelo everything about the Phoenix from back in the day.
I thought people did. Yeah.
You would have. That's fine. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to make sure
No,
that's knowledge
we
that
also
Kelo
bumped
and,
in-
and Mary would know. But yeah.
Yeah.
So she
I
feels
mean-
responsible. After what you guys told her about, she feels responsible for starting it all.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of thinking. You know, I got a little brother now, and I don't want something like that happening to him either. Not saying like, well, you talking about you, Mary. I'm talking about just in general, kids going missing because
Yeah.
doesn't
No, and
matter
I definitely
where.
want to stop. I wouldn't. No, that's like that was. I was a little tiny kid. I was manipulated. It was bad times.
No, I'm talking about like the Phoenix with like kids going missing.
Yeah, we need to get.
Whoever she deems his life is unfit, it's unfit to her, and you just go away.
And that ain't right.
All right, so
Are you guys going to try to request passage?
can't-
Like you're trying to request an airship? Because Valxis does have a personal airship.
I mean, I don't know.
And it is currently,
We
as
can't-
far as you're aware, docked back in the Empire because Bamboozle was last on it going to the Empire to live with your dad.
I'm guessing we've moved this conversation inside now.
Oh, yeah, you're back
By this-
inside. You guys
yeah,
went
yeah,
back
yeah.
inside and sat around the table.
Yeah, I know it wasn't said, but I
Noodles.
assumed it was. Yeah, just standing in the street like fucking Hank Hill and his group.
Yep.
These fucking Eldritch
Yep.
beings are real fucking bad, I tell you what.
I tell you what.
Yeah, spitting just spew into a fucking empty pib.
Got a dip in my lip.
Yeah, there's fucking cracks. I fucking hate.
I swear to God.
hate Eldritch beings. They're so evil. Damn it.
These hags are out of control.
Fucking covens.
so we go after the Phoenix.
We can't.
We could.
Good.
No, we can't.
What was the other thing? It was like a lich, and then the Phoenix.
I don't know if you weren't here for when Henry was talking about it, but that
Oh, that's right.
neither was I.
I think
But
she
from
knew about like.
what
Did she?
Listen, the
you
lich
guys.
is all bad news, but if you want information on it, we can do
I
that.
don't think
but
much Ben stuff
there's not
happened
much more.
between when Mary was there.
Oh, okay,
No.
then forget that. So wait, there's other stuff.
I mean, you would have. I
Well-
think you would have been told about some stuff, but vaguely, like the way that Marador was picking up old stories.
I mean,
We can always go back and ask.
that's a you thing, man. That's a you thing.
I can always go back and ask.
You guys got some send-in spells you could use if you wanted to. I mean, it depends who you're trying to
know
talk
what
to, but
the
I'm
heck
saying,
is
like,
going
for you guys to
on.
request the airship, you're gonna have to use a sending spell.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out what to do with our lives right now.
Oh, that
Nikki?
seems like a pretty big task.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
What does everyone want to do with themselves, first off? Before we just do something.
I just want to hang out with you guys.
So you're in for the ride, all right.
I don't really go. I want to. You guys are my friends. I don't want to go anywhere where you guys aren't.
What about you, Kelo? What do you want to do, man? You got that thing growing on your arm. You got Henry
Yeah.
coming back into your life. What are you feeling, man? This shit's...
I should probably get that checkpoint. Corey, do I feel any different at
No.
all?
No.
As he says that all, just bat wings just erupt from his back. He's got this gargantuan, like, demon arm. Help
No,
me!
Kelo, you don't feel different,
Yeah.
but you do feel. It's interesting. It's almost like there's just like a little warm dot in the back of your brain. Just a tiny little flame, like on a match, that just feels like it's just a warm spot. Like a couple times you might have reached back to see if like something was on your head and there was nothing there, but just a slight warmth in the back of your skull.
Yeah, I should probably get it looked. Other than that, I don't really know what else to do. Nothing else concerns me unless there's something you guys want to do. Other than that, I'm along for the ride.
Why did you say that we
Yeah.
can't, Jin?
What, we can't? Because,
why would-
man. We gotta do it the Empire's way if we want to go after her. And we all know where we stand right now with the Empire as a group.
Where do we stand?
Well,
I mean, I get that we're working towards the same goal here, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Is Baroxus, all these worshippers, and I don't feel that it's right. Even though it's going to be going against if we do choose to, whether or not we want to talk to them. I'm not pushing towards any decision, but the one thing that I am saying is that we have to do something about this Phoenix with the knowledge that we know of. Umrig, the man from Pine Tie, he went missing. He was kidnapped, and if I could, I still have his. I mean, it's gross, but I still have his finger. If maybe
Yeah.
somebody can use some sort of magic to try and find him, using that piece, that would be more information. Plus, we already. I don't know if, maybe the Empire already knows, but we already have we have some information about the Phoenix trying to release some other greater being from its imprisonment, and we're not going to go after, we're not going to do anything because we were told no. And even for you, Jin, for you, we saw and we heard how messed up Sheila got on her mission without us. Even if it's going against the Empire's wishes, don't you want to be there to make sure that she makes it through?
I do, man, but I mean, she's also been pretty firm too with, Empire and us. It's separate. It's what separate is separate as. That's just how they operate. I don't know what else to say, man. It's like I agree with you. I want to go out and do it too, but that's how they operate. I mean, if we just show up and go against it, man, that says too, man. We go against an entire kingdom, and then for Valxis too, that's a big statement for his name. It's not just some like heroic act that we get to just kind of just do. I mean, we've been able to do the other ones, which is great, you know, and I'm glad we're doing it. But this is the one that is tricky, man. You know, what do we do? There's politics at play in this, and we're not good at politics.
We're not. And
I mean, there
ignoring
really
all the
isn't.
politics.
There isn't really politics to this. It's my family working, or sorry, people that we know working to try and get in with the Phoenix to try and then dismantle from the inside, which is kind of not really what I think is an achievable goal. From being able to dismantle something from the inside. Most things.
Why don't we
don't
just
work like
take
that.
it apart, like physically?
That would
That is
work,
something I can get
but we
behind.
don't
That
have
is
any
suggesting
reason to.
murder. I love this.
I mean, if it can't be dismantled from the inside, we just do what we did on Deskrish. We just bash in the door.
Start taking them out by the ankles.
We just take. We just start taking people's names.
Yeah,
Worry about the politics later.
I can
wouldn't say
blow up a
I
building.
agree.
That's. We'll wait. We'll wait for that. There may be a time and a place for that, and I
Hey, what
can't
about
wait for that to
fire?
happen. You can work with Gerald on that. There's gonna
Better
be
to
plenty of
act
fun.
and beg for forgiveness than to ask for permission. And
But
I
then
just-
where was this energy from
Mhm,
before when we were there and then we were like, I don't want to work with the mom at all, and we picked something else up. That's my point with this.
because I don't want to work with the family.
So we don't.
What's wrong with your family?
Yeah.
You notice that the liar, which has been sitting on the table, puts his fist under his head and just leans in.
Because I mean, we need the support from them too.
Mary's
We
doing
saw
the
what she
same
can
behind
do,
him.
man. We saw what she can do. We can't not.
You did it
like,
first, and he turned and looked at you, and then did it too.
We can't not deny it either. You know, like that lady stopped time, man.
What, lady?
Anybody fast enough with time stopped? I'm not fast enough with time stopped.
What does that mean? What do you mean she stopped time?
Sticky has no idea what you guys are talking about.
She stopped time. That's what I'm saying. She can stop time.
Who stops time?
The
Vicky,
one
back
the
when-
Phoenix, the,
back
the
when
one
we
who
all
called
first
herself
met.
Phoenix.
Back when we first met, I was playing at a tavern, and we saw some kids get kidnapped. We followed those kids, found out that it was a larger organization than just a couple of thugs stealing kids, and met this person called the Phoenix. She's an air cockroach. She looks like a phoenix, but isn't.
Like a phoenix, yeah.
She had this little necklace. And when she spun it, we all couldn't move. She knew exactly who each of us were. We had no idea who she was. And that's who we're talking about, who we're dealing with.
She has the ability to stop time, and there's some creature that she is working with in hell or wherever the hell is that is breaking out. It is large.
Fire. The fire. The elemental plane of fire.
Thank
yeah.
you. Yes.
Hmm.
There. So we do need the help from your family, man. It wouldn't change.
Alrighty, then let's go ask them. Again.
Uh,
But this time we'll tell them we do it our way.
what was her name? The
Mine?
lady who stopped the time.
The Phoenix.
Phoenix.
We don't have her
Yeah,
real
yeah.
name.
Trying to find it. I feel like I wrote it down somewhere.
I thought we did. I thought
You
she
found
did
her
have
real
a
name.
Yeah, I
I'll
thought we
find it
did.
out.
I don't know that.
It was long. I thought we found it in the. wanna
You
say
found
the
it going through the desk in Kaizo's
Yeah,
Manor
right?
in Sedrock.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Actually, I think you would have found out about the Phoenix, and you found out other people's names. You learned of her name from Valxis's mom, because Valxis's mom had worked directly with this woman. Like
Yes.
they know her. She's like, oh, she goes by the Phoenix. Well, here's her name.
I would love to see if that's Valk's mom. Just this high and omnipotent being, the fucking Phoenix, just real petty about
She
it. Like,
did
oh,
talk
that-
to you guys. I mean,
I love that. If that was the headcanon of it, would be very funny. Of the Phoenix. Just real
do you want?
stanky.
Just I can just tell you her name. You don't have to keep looking it up.
Yeah,
Nestra Solidus.
there it is.
I remember that.
Nestra
I don't
Solidus.
remember that.
I remember that.
That name
I knew it
is
was Nestor
that name is a
all along.
mouthful.
And you said that she like stopped time?
Yeah. And she stopped time and knew everything about us and knew exactly where I'm from, which is crazy, and knew just boom. And then even on Ben was really perplexed while he was with us.
And then left. Didn't even attack us, didn't do anything.
Yeah. She played with us. That is
And then you guys saw her again in Pine Tai briefly.
That's right. We did. Yes.
Briefly.
we did.
You like saw her in the street for the flash of a second and then found out through Umrig, or later than Umrig, that the goddess you were fighting for, Orvisa, was the Phoenix, but not the Arakakra, a real
The
Phoenix.
actual Phoenix.
Yes. Named Orvisa.
So, what?
Will you explain that too?
Yeah.
Because that's what I was going to
So they tell you the story about how they went to the city of Pine Tai and fought in a tournament to determine which religion was going to govern that city and that region of the kingdom. And they were fighting for a goddess, for a guy they just met named Umrig. And
crazy.
the goddess's name was Orvisa. They all did like a commune with her, and they saw this big, like, beautiful woman in the sky who radiated warmth and heat and fire, and only came to find out right before the final round, where they would have had this goddess become the governing power of the city of Pine Tai. They found out that Orvisa was really the Phoenix, and not the Phoenix the Arakakra, but someone that, like, an actual Phoenix that is somewhere in the elemental plane of fire, and that this woman, the Phoenix, is trying to bring her out into the mortal plane.
Why?
We don't know. Or was that just a why as in just a reaction?
Is that a sticky Y, or is that a...
That's
Yeah.
a sticky Y.
Oh,
yeah, so
yeah, we
they
don't
don't know. They tell you they don't know.
If it was a BY, I could have told you.
I mean, but before we just, all agree to just work with them and accept it. What is the deal, Vaxus? What's the hang up? Because on paper, to me, they don't seem that bad. I mean, yeah, they work in secrecy, but like my family works in secrecy too.
Yeah.
And hers as well. That's okay. That was really odd little footnote to add onto that, Sticky.
I was just backing you up.
Okay. Jin holds out a fist bump across the table.
Okay. What's your passive insight, Aphelion?
It is 19 now.
Okay, you guys continue the conversation. I got a message, Aphelion.
Because I want to be on your side with this, Valxis, because you know something on the inside of it. But just from even meeting them and spending time with them and seeing how they react and the dynamic of it, it just seems like family shit, man. It just seems like the exact same shit. Not the exact same. Seems similar to the shit I went to with my stuff, Like, I'm just trying to relate to you on where it's different. Because I have the mom who's super high and mighty. I have the hard ass dad. It's just different. My mom's a bit nicer, and then my dad's a bit meaner. It's just switched. So, like, help me help you, man. I want to be on your side in this. I know what it's like fucking up too and not wanting to come back. I left.
So
You guys are really similar now that I think about it.
I've been waiting for this for so long because I realized it when Jin went into the village. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be sick later.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I didn't join my family, reason that I am the bard, the one that travels, the different, I can't get behind it. My morals, I don't see it. The way that they operate, the things that they do, the things that they say, the way that how they just indiscriminately kill people. And granted, they say it's all for the family, but like it doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's manipulation of power. It doesn't feel like they're doing anything. I mean, for my family, sure, it's good, I guess, but for as a whole, I mean, it keeps the kingdom safe. That's not what I want. I don't want to just keep the kingdom safe. I want to keep everyone safe. I want to keep as many people as I can safe.
Then how do you expect to do that by being just a traveler?
Making people happy?
Making
Trying to
people
spread a
happy
little bit of
doesn't
light
necessarily
here.
Keep people safe.
Boom, my dog. Jin leans out with another fist bump. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
She dabs him across the table.
Even I know that now. I fucking threw a fucking fit, stole fucking power.
Jin, make a perception
went
check.
on this fucking tirade. Okay. Ooh,
Let's see here.
big.
Never mind,
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, big fat +1 right there.
Yeah.
Get some.
It was a sick dap.
Yeah.
Sticky hit you with a fucking perfect one too. Full
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Full
What the?
attention.
It had
just-
that sound. It
Yeah.
had that reverb. You're like, whoa.
Perfect. Yeah.
That was crazy.
Actually, in that moment, there was about just a beat where this place now crowded as the sun has set and people are just like kind of enjoying their night. It's not that everyone paused and turned and looked. It was just like
They felt it.
in the middle of conversations. It was almost like the mannequin challenge for half a second where everyone froze in appreciation and then continued on their conversations.
Freeze frame.
Yeah. But come on, man. Even I know that. I ran off, stole power. I was gonna fucking do it my own way. Do it all fucking this, man. And then I come back and I was just kind of flipping out. Just being young and dumb. You can do this. You can be in there and make the change you want. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, be the fucking hero, but I see you can do it. Because you
Let's
have
start.
somehow all of us here.
Let's start a punk band.
Jin, I've killed 3 of my best friends. 3 of them. By my hand. Told. I was forced to. By my own mother. To kill 3 of my best friends. Because they talked about the family. Right now, knowing what I know, because I've told you things that I know, there could be a point in my life that my mom tells me to come and kill you.
Would you do it?
Yeah.
No?
Well, then you're already a better.
Insight
You're already a growth. You're already.
Go
you've
for
already
it.
grown.
Holy shit.
Wait, what?
Give me that.
Drew
shit.
is crazy.
He wants an insight check.
Oh.
How the fuck
Uh,
do I do it? There it is.
Cubs, I just want you to roll /1d20 and then add a number to it and DM me whether it's persuasion or deception.
Holy fuck. Drew came in with the fat Kelo.
I shifted
20.
in my chair. I was like, wait a minute.
This
Damn
is
it.
Daggers.
A 21.
Oh. We'll never
Okay.
know.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Okay. As far as you can tell, Kelo, Valxis, there's just like this dejected look in his eyes that tells you that he's telling the truth. There's
I mean,
there's a
yeah.
specific for you specifically, Kelo. There's something about the longing in his eyes, the guilt that you can empathize with off of losing your friends in the Lich battle. He had to kill his friends and it hurt him just as much.
Yeah, I mean, I think what Mary says is valid in that. If it's a no now, then you're different then. I mean, it's I
That's
got
not-
family. I got
You're asking me to go work with my family, and I know that they will, if anything is to happen, they will task me to kill people again. And I don't want to just do that because it's for the family. I want to kill people because they're actively harming other people.
Well, then wouldn't you have to kill your family?
Sticky.
Oh my god!
This is why we stand with Sticky, bro.
Damn! Shit!
Sticky's actually about to ruin your whole fucking gaming career.
Sticky said, "I'm gonna make this pot sticky," and she just
For real. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
She did. Holy fuck.
I don't know.
Personally, the way that I see it is this: you either work with your family and kill people, or you work against your family and you have to deal with the consequences that your family might try and come and kill you. But you have two options. Your option is either you sit on the couch and do fucking nothing, which it sounds like you kind of been doing, or two, you go and do something about it and you actually act upon what you want to do. Because right now, you're an impartial party and you're doing nothing.
Sticky
God.
looks like an old
Sticky's
man
based.
like
Sticky's
laying
based.
down wise words as she sits there, crosses her arms, and is saying
Holy
this so
shit.
like, literally
Can
like
I-
a dad.
Can
How
I
old
give?
are you, Sticky?
I'm gonna
Mary's
hold
vlogging.
my fist up and I'm gonna go to give Sticky nuts.
Yeah.
Nut.
Mary's
Okay.
pogging so hard
Make a
right now.
perception check, Drill.
I need a perception check.
Oh, son of a bitch! Oh, something is going on here. Yeah! Yeah!
Continue.
Yeah!
Continue.
Hey. But there, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't think it's actually that absolute, though, Valxis. I actually think there's a third option. Because I went down into my village knowing I was going to go in there and die, or I have to battle it out with somebody. And now it is an entirely different situation. So you like I know then, and I get you there. I may not get it all the way, but I get you there. But we don't know now. You're your own person. You have your own experiences. Your own experiences can shape how the dynamic works too. It does not have to be. I don't know. It doesn't have to be like this for you. I don't think you just got to give up on it. Because Sticky is right. I mean, if you don't do anything about it and you keep continuing on, helping and making people happy, which is in the moment good, and then for a brief moment people can forget about all their issues and where they can't be and where they want to be, and they can just experience your music. That's great. But those same things that you're afraid of they're going to continue to happen no matter what.
An action is an action itself.
Sticky, where's all this coming from?
The egg.
The egg?
The egg!
Oh, dude,
The egg.
The egg is crazy!
Bro, Sticky's
The egg has just
intelligence
been
points
on
have
the
gone up,
table
like,
this whole
by
time.
10.
Well, so it's
She's
wisdom
just
versus
on the
intelligence,
table.
Oh shit, the
Oh,
egg.
Sticky's
Motherfucking
words here
egg.
almost sound like she's quoting a book.
Well
She got
read.
Chat GPT and her little gauntlet going off. Listen to this message and help me come up with points.
With that being said,
I
though,
mean-
Sticky is now going to turn her attention to one of the mini snacks inside of her blanket and start eating them.
Roll a D100.
But now that I think about
Wild
now that I
magic
think about
pastries.
it, though, maybe it isn't so absolute. Maybe there is a third way to help.
A secret
57.
third option?
You go to pull like a.
Remember
You
when
reach your hand
when
in,
I got kidnapped?
Yeah.
you hold your hand in, and you grab like a cupcake, and as you're pulling it out, half of the frosting gets smeared on the tablecloth, and you pull out just like a messy cupcake.
Perfect. I'm just going to jam it in my mouth like a toddler.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Jen, are you talking
Um,
about the night at the tower?
Yes.
Sticky?
Even
Uh,
though I hate that fucking guy for kidnapping me
you guys
and getting the better
very
of me.
clearly to you, Aphelion, because they're having a conversation and they're not paying attention to Sticky anymore after that fist bump. She like reaches in, grabs a snack. You guys like turn your eyes away. With your passive perception, you watch her take the cupcake, open her mouth, and shove it in. And instead of going into a mouth, it hits like a what looks in her mouth looks like a little wavering of a force field, and then just.
I'm sorry, what? Did you say a force field?
like the texture of a force field, if there was like a
shiv,
like a shimmering, and it just kind of
Like,
like
you know on an old TV and you
into the
bang on it?
shimmering,
Yeah.
but in her
You know what I'm
mouth.
talking about? Yeah.
Whoa.
If someone wasn't paying attention, they would think she just stuffed the whole thing in her mouth and then closed her mouth. And Sticky, roll a performance check for me.
Oh, fun. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, hold on. -2.
I just imagine Sticky eating shit like a trash can. Like you step on the lid.
With a 5, she does that and then is doing the worst job because she's doing it for the first time, pretending to chew. Just
Yep.
Is it like desynchronized? Oh god, that's so
Like-
weird. It's like an old kung fu film. What the fuck? Shitty
like
dog.
This
Okay.
question is stuck in his head for Sticky, and now at this point he's just staring at her, just chewing.
you like stare over at her, and then like as you look puzzled, everyone else notices and like is like, what? Like they didn't see what you saw. So you guys all look over to Philion, and he's really confused looking at Sticky, and you look over at Sticky and she's
Do you? Okay.
Sticky,
You
another
know
performance
what?
check for a fake swallow.
Roll.
Oh, I forgot this is a thing.
An 8. She you do the Sticky, you do the chewing sound for a while, and you realize that everyone's staring at you, and you're like, oh fuck, I should probably swallow by now. And you go, gulp.
Are you okay, Sticky?
Do you want water?
Uh,
Oh my god, that was a really big bite.
Cubs, roll a d20 with advantage and add the number for that to it.
Damn, Sticky.
Is that
are
it? Was
you
that it? Was that what you
okay?
just sent?
Yeah.
Just do it again.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you my first question first, and then we're gonna get to that.
Sticky,
in
suddenly
the
all
other
of the
in a
attention's
second.
on you.
I'm gonna have Sticky suddenly, like, reach forward, grab the egg really slowly, and then lean back as slowly, like, almost dragging the egg across the table, making a... Yeah, noise if she does that. Yeah, and then
Is
she's
the
gonna
cupcake
hold
not
it.
sitting well with you? You got the shits, kiddo?
You okay?
Yeah!
Do you know anybody named Clockwork?
Who?
Okay. Was that like a? Was that what? Kind
Roll
of
an
who was
insight
that?
check, and then B, I need you to roll a
Oh my
d20 plus
God.
either your deception or your persuasion, and then DM me which one it is.
Oh,
Oh, it was almost at 15.
Oh my god.
Sticky.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
good, you're
just
good.
reading something. Okay, sorry. I'm rolling a deception.
No, deception
Ah!
or persuasion.
I didn't hear what he
Sticky.
said!
I need you to roll a d20 plus either the number attached to your persuasion or your deception, and then don't say which one it is, and DM me which one it is.
Oh,
Everyone
okay, I got it.
everyone goes. Oh.
Grill ground was so
Oh,
funny.
God.
Valxis, roll me an investigation check.
Hold on. What the fuck? Why is this not
And the
working?
crowd
Please?
goes wild.
Oh, because I didn't put that in front of it. Okay.
Easy enough. So now, what? Don't say which stat it's for, but what would you add to that?
Let me check. That one is +1.
So an 11. Now I need you to DM. Well, it doesn't. Yeah, I need you to DM me persuasion or deception.
Yeah.
I mean,
Damn, that's a good roll. I don't know what else to say there, man. The +11 kind of says it.
one sec.
I'm sorry, you said plus 11 or total of 11?
No, total of 11. So she
Oh,
would
I
have
thought you
lost
said
to your
plus
14.
11.
Hold on.
I was like, whoa.
You asking? Does she know someone by the name of Clockwork? She very honestly seems like she's never heard that name before.
Okay. So then the second thing.
So B, you hear them ask this. Sticky, like, who's Clockwork? What do you mean, do I know Clockwork?
Yeah.
So you can ask that if you want, or you're just gonna say no and then move on.
No, like, do I know how to, like, a clock works? Because I do.
You do know how a clock works.
I also know how one works. It tells time.
Yeah, that's right.
You're gonna have it reach across the
Why-
table.
no.
Fist bump.
A while
He comes from
ago,
a village, right? He doesn't know shit on the inside.
me and Jin were kidnapped by a man named Clockwork, and he had machines, beings, creatures like Skittle, and
Yeah, like your buddy.
and that magic, and just I was just wondering if there was any familiarity there, because we gave him an important item, a sending stone, that we really probably shouldn't have, but we gave it to him, and the sending stone was connected to the other half of the sending stone was with the phoenix, Nestra. But the second thing, why do you eat like that?
Like what?
Like you
that.
just like you so you had the
What do you mean? I
cupcake.
was eating a cupcake.
No.
He goes, no,
With the
you
insight
weren't."
from before
no.
still holding, now she's definitely lying.
You know what? Just in your own time.
In my own
But-
time. What?
One
When-
more insight check, and this what I need is an actual deception roll from you, B, for one specific
okay.
factor. This is
Is that one more insight?
yes.
Okay.
Okay. So holding, so I was gonna say holding the same insight and
Mhm.
and roll, but like I wanted to make sure. There is a brief moment of recognition when you talk about you and Jin being kidnapped,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing about someone named Clockwork. When you mention the stone, there's a little movement that could make you think she knows what you're talking about. But she was very honest when she said she didn't know who Clockwork was.
Wait, so like there was a recognition of knowing about the stone?
She had no recognition of Clockwork. She seemed genuinely
Yeah.
confused, very honestly confused at who Clockwork is. She knows how clocks work. What are you talking about? And then when you start saying, well, me and Jin were kidnapped and there were people made out of, whatevers, and he has this item, it's a sending stone, it goes, there's recognition there. There's just like a brief moment of like a flash in her eyes of knowing what you're talking about and then holding up the facade of cluelessness. It's like the cluelessness was there until you started explaining.
Sticky, I'm not gonna pry anymore. But I will say this, that I hope that in time you'll be able to tell us a little bit about anything that you may know about the situation with whatever you have going on with yourself is that's your own personal. I'm not going to push. If you know anything about what I just said about being kidnapped or the stone or any communications with the Phoenix, it would be greatly appreciated if you were to tell us. That's all.
Okay.
The night winds down. You all seemingly agree that no matter what, something's got to happen with something in the Empire. That you guys want to at least somewhat pursue the Phoenix. Don't know how you're going to pursue the Phoenix. Different people are arguing about how to pursue the Phoenix. Not arguing, debating about methods. It does stick with you a little bit, Valxis. The fact that Jin did leave home and feel like he was firmly rejected by his family only to go back and be treated with acceptance. and things didn't go the way he was concerned, as he had warned you about someone coming for him and being exiled and all this stuff when he got back, and that just didn't happen. Gives you a little bit of hope of going home and talking to your family, oddly enough. You all getting separate rooms for the night? Your own rooms? One giant room with multiple beds?
Giant.
Perth can shift
Slumber
the walls
party.
and move the furniture, so it's really easy for him.
We're having a
Um,
slumber party. We already have sweets. We just need
Yeah.
we need some Baja Blast up in here.
Yeah.
So you guys watch as you pay for one big room. It would have been the same amount as 3 2-person rooms, whatever, 4 2-person rooms. And you watch as you go upstairs, and 2 of the doors get moved along the wall side by side until they're a set of double doors. And as those double doors open, you see that the walls have been like pushed together and then pushed down into the ground to combine the size of 4 rooms into one room, using the wood on the floor to raise and move the beds into a better position for this size of room. But you can have a giant slumber party.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You guys see his head pop out of the ground in the room as it just comes out of, like, the wood grows out of the ground, and you see his face and then the of his giant green brow. And he goes, "Did you want the beds to be bunk beds?"
Oh, please say yes, guys. Please say yes.
Because that would give us so much more room for activities.
All of them?
Exactly.
Do you want stacks of 3, 2, 4?
At least stacks of 2, please.
At least 2.
Can you give us 2 stacks of 2s? I'm sorry, 1 3, 1 2, and 1 1, in case someone doesn't want to feel included but nearby. You know what I mean?
That is only 6 beds out of the 8 you have.
Oh, there's 8 of us.
Another 2. Another double.
So 2 2s, a 3, and a 1.
Yes, please.
Very well. And you watch as he, the bed posts, like the bed frames themselves that have these nice mattresses on them, are made out of like a tough mahogany wood. And he just like raises one up and then just like lowers it onto the other, and the wood grows together and vines wrap around to hold it firm. And he does that for a 3 and 2 2s, and then a single bed, which is like against the other wall. Like it's like 2s on each side, and then a 3 in the middle, and then over here is a 1.
Nice.
Kelo, do you want a top bunk?
They are all king size beds.
Oh,
How stable are these things?
You go to test it. Like, you think for a second, thinking like, oh, an inn or like a tavern bed is made out of cheap wood, so it's replaceable. But as you then go to like climb on like the ladder fixtures that have been made out of the same wood that are like adhered, almost like grown together into the beds, you start climbing one. This is some sturdy wood. This is not like creaking under you. This is like climbing a tree. It's fresh wood.
All
So-
right, yeah. I'll take the top bunk.
You get on the top bunk, and you feel the mattress obviously like sink a little bit under your weight, but like it's held really firm by this bed frame.
Nice.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna go
awesome.
over to the head, and then I'm gonna whisper something.
To-
It is.
He's on the 3rd bunk of the 3. Is that what you guys are saying? He's at the highest bed.
No. I'm talking to the tree guy.
Oh, his head. Yeah, so his head still popped up. You come over.
I'm gonna go.
Listen.
I'm listening. Okay.
I have an egg.
Congratulations.
I have an egg.
Thank you. But I know that eggs come from nests and not from
Right.
and they don't come from orcs like I thought they did. But
What?
they come from nests. and,
Did I hear that?
and I would like could you put me and the egg up in a nest, that way the egg feels like it's at home.
I could put you in.
You could
He's
maybe like a.
He's thinking of
nest
the
that has
concept of a
side.
nest being like broken pieces of wood, and is like thinking before he goes, I can do that. And he raises you up on a platform. You go through the ceiling onto the roof, which then closes behind you, and then you see his hand, like the thing that lifted you up, like goes down, moves over, and then it's like fingers come out like of a hand, but instead the fingers turn into vines that start looping and creating a basket for the ground. And you are you're on the roof by yourself with no way to see the rest of the party at this point.
I'm gonna
Sticky.
grab the tablecloth,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to, if I can, try and do I have? Hold on, wait. Let me check and see if I have something in my inventory. But I
Okay.
think I do.
Okay.
I think I do. Let me check.
Do you what?
I do. Okay, I'm going to attach. I'm gonna attach the tablecloth with all the snacks to a rope, and I'm gonna, if I can I like lower it down through where I came through to like everybody else down below.
You would be lowering it down out like in front of the window outside of their room. Windows. But not like where you came up has closed behind you.
Okay.
So you
I'll
start
lower it
lowering
down in
down.
front of
You
the
all
window.
watch that happen, and then see out of the corner of your eye just the sack of snacks just down in
Over and
front of your
open the
window. Yeah.
I'll open the window. Sticky?
I wanted to go to a place where I feel like the egg will be the most happiest in a nest.
Now,
So I'm
Sticky,
here.
can you make a wisdom check for me?
Are you safe up
Yeah.
there?
These are my favorite checks. Good luck.
An 18.
Oh,
you
nice,
like
dude.
are up here now, and with the space closed behind you, and there's now no sun out. You guys are entering this world's in this country's form of winter. That breeze is real cold. You scream like that, and then the head pops up in the nest. Are you okay? Was the nest too prickly?
No, it's beautiful. It's really comfortable, actually. You did a really good job. I'm gonna
Thank
pat him
you
on the head.
very much. You pat his head, and it's like patting a bush. Just.
I bet it's really cold. I think I might actually die if I stay out here.
Then I will put you as if you were a bird in a nest in a tree in their room. And he raises the nest, and it starts pulling down, and you see the ceiling is like, you look up, and now the ceiling has a nest-shaped hole in the top, and you stop with a thick branch extending outward, and you turn around, and like he's created like a tree in the corner of the room that you are now, the nest is now sitting on a branch of like 6 feet off the ground.
Yes.
And then the ceiling closes above you. Did you grab the desserts back or leave them dangling out in front of the window?
I think no. No.
It's
Not
like
my
bear
favorite
proofing.
claw.
I was pretty sure.
When you guys
that,
opened the window, did you grab the bag?
Yeah, somebody grabbed it. I think.
I'll grab it. I'll
Sure,
grab
you
it.
would have grabbed it. Mary would have pulled in the rope. You like let go of the rope, dragged it in. So now the desserts are just in a bag sitting on the floor in the room, and you're 6 feet up in a nest.
I was gonna say.
I can do last watch, by the way. If we're still
we're not-
doing that.
Do we
We're
need
in an
watches?
inn. We don't have to do that here. We're safe.
We don't?
Yeah.
Relatively.
Okay.
Have fun up in your nest.
I will. I got my egg and me, and we're gonna be nice and snug and warm. It's gonna be
Yeah,
good.
cuddle with it. Really get connected.
I am.
I'm gonna give it a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Meh.
Okay. Are the rest of you just going to sleep?
I actually
mean-
had just one quick thing to do.
Mhm.
Well, I guess to ask, but I'll walk over to Mary with the cauldron. And is this something that you wanted back? I've been holding on to it since the hags. But
Oh, Oh, the cauldron. She'll take it in her hands for a sec and just kind of. Did y'all use this?
Yes. Twice?
What the
Once.
fuck? Who died?
Once.
Who
Once.
fucking died, guys?
None of us. It was
Oh God.
I'm forgetting his name, but it was a man from Jin's
Oh
village
my.
when we were fighting off.
Oh yeah, when we fought. Oh yeah.
Y'all scared me. Okay, no, no. Like, no, y'all can absolutely
Has
like
one of you died since you left?
hold on to this. I've
No.
I don't really have enough space to really carry it around anymore. I've got Barty on my hip now, and I think it's good in y'all's hands if y'all want to hang on to it.
Sure.
She'll hand it back.
We're all together, so it's not like it's going
Yeah.
far.
Yeah,
Yeah. If you ever need it back, just ask.
absolutely. Well, and I appreciate that. But no, like, yeah, that's totally fine. Y'all hang on to it.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, yeah.
Anything else?
Jin's gonna try to pray.
Oh, what's the
He's
weather gonna
try
be
to
like
pray.
tomorrow, Corey?
Who are you praying to?
Innocuous.
What is your method of prayer? Like how are you
Jin has
praying in
never
this
prayed
moment?
before, so he doesn't know how to pray.
Like what are you doing to pray in this case? Are you doing the general like on your knees praying, or are you doing like a ritual that you feel like would be something that could connect you to him, or what are you doing?
I think Jin, he's gonna cut his palms open and then just sit there in like a meditative stance, because that's the only way he's like gotten it to work before. Not the
My man's
cutting,
is
but like
so
he just
metal.
meditated.
He cuts both of his hands. You see, he takes his
Fucking doom.
he takes his dragon scimitar. Actually, you take the katana because you know that the blood. What happens is he pulls out the katana and he just grips his hands around the blade, so both of his palms are sufficiently cut a little bit, and he sheathes it, and the blood that's dripping off the blade and his hands is going off into little petals that then just dissolve into the air. So instead of his hands dripping blood, they're pedaling and going off.
I'm gonna cutscene over
I'd be
here.
watching
Good
this from
lord.
my bird's nest, just like, what the fuck?
And you find your meditation. This is the first time you've really sat down to close your eyes and find a peace and meditate since you had the beast inside of you. Since you were using a power that wasn't yours. And you find that it's much easier to find a calm when you don't have this ravenous hunger eating you out from the inside. Anyways, and you in your hand, you feel the blossoms, you feel the blood moving, and then the feeling of that blood turns into rivers. Your vision of your hands showing the slightly ice dusted or snow dusted lands that you're from, the river that crosses over into the Empire. A cold blast of fresh air as you are in a tree, on a branch, weapons in hand, hunting. You don't know what for, but it's your peace. And for a moment, you think, okay, maybe I fell asleep while praying. This has happened before.
Yeah, I'm dreaming.
Yeah, like I just passed out while I was sitting here. I'm probably asleep in my bed right now. You have the mind of that. Before you go, you've never been so conscious about your dreams before. And in that moment, you hear like a twig snap. And you snap your head over and draw your blades. And you see the blonde visage of Innocuous. The eyes closed and bleeding. His hair like the sun, but for some reason you can look at him. Standing before you, clearer than he has been before. And he looks confused, despite his eyes not being open.
I guess Jin will drop down just and land in front of him.
He doesn't jump. And now that you're standing in front of him, it's like he's massive. While at the same time being on your level. It doesn't make sense. It's like messing with your perception a bit. How vast he seems while equally being eye to eye. You don't have that darkness about you anymore. What did you do? And you remember, the last time that there was a communing with an Ocarus, you were basking in shadow, unable to even see in here, in anywhere. Meanwhile, you had two compatriots who were with you who felt like they were walking through the golden clouds to see him, and were able to see him, and saw you as the clouded, silhouetted shadow that you were.
I don't know. I think I just kind of... I think maybe it was coming to acceptance on things and kind of setting my pride aside.
It means a lot that you try to reach out to me. I don't know what I can do for you. You never seemed to want my influence. And even when you knew that power was taken from me and given to you, you just wanted to give it back and be on your way. What can I do for you?
I just need guidance right now. I don't know what to do or where to go. I'm not looking for an answer. I just need to... I don't know. I just feel like I just need to just ask, you know?
Roll me a intelligence check. Would that go down if it was just a check instead of a save?
It would go down by 5.
Okay, so 21. Okay, no, you're good.
Yeah.
With a 21, you feel like you have found your way to be so connected right now and grasp that there is power in this meditation that you're experiencing, a magical power, a religious power, that is almost like the commune spell has been granted to you in this moment and only in this moment, where you can ask 3 yes or no questions and get a direct answer. And he responds to, before you ask a question, by saying, I cannot tell you anything directly or specifically give you ideas for what your path may be, but I can confirm or deny whether choices you're making are considered the right ones.
Okay, 3 choices. Oh, gotta lock in. There's a lot on the line for this. Okay. I know Clockwork has a bad first impression with us, but is there anything good in him?
You see as he inhales, his eyes still closed, the consistent stream of blood going down his chin into his clothes, which are a deep sanguine, and then disappearing. It's never dripping down below him. But as he inhales, you feel like the wind was pulled in towards him with that inhale, and you have to catch yourself from being pulled forward.
Ooh.
And he goes, I do believe there is good in that man, bathed in conflict. So yes.
Okay. Is Kelo gonna be okay with a mark on his arm?
You see as he reaches his hand out and grabs your arm, and for a moment you look down and your arm is Kelo's arm. And
Oh my god.
He cocks his head to the side almost inquisitively, just like he needed the information. He needed to be able to see the arm, and he's using you to channel that. And he goes, he will be fine. there's no immediate danger.
Perfect.
I do want to check commune and make sure it's 3, not 5, before I.
I'm totally
you
fine
off.
with it being 3.
I know.
Just being a prayer. But yeah, you're good.
You didn't think about your third question. I'm listening. You also
Is
could just talk to him
Sheila
as long as you're
okay?
not gathering information. I'm sorry. Say it again.
Is Sheila okay?
Hold on 1 second. Up to 3. Okay. Is Sheila okay?
Yeah.
You notice in this moment that after he had deeply inhaled, he never exhaled, but he was talking.
This is crazy. This guy's just pulling in and in.
And
in.
as he exhales now, you feel that same wind blowing back against you, but in that wind you feel heat. Just and then that heat starts to crackle and you brace yourself and cover your eyes from the wind. And as you open your eyes, standing before you is an Ocarus, his hair now flying up with the wind, and behind him just flames and a distant scream. That sounds like Sheila. And his face,
Ay,
you
caramba.
see as he tilts his head and cringes in pain. While the blood doesn't stop pouring from the corner of one eye is a single normal tear that falls down his face. No. Now it's my turn to ask you questions.
Oh, sick. Nice.
And in that moment, like, you're thinking and like clinging onto the screen, and then you blink and it's back to just you and him standing there. That immensity while also being face to face.
Yeah.
Do you feel you found your path after those questions?
I think so. I don't know. In some selfish ways, I do want to run around and play hero, but
Is it really playing hero if you are a hero?
I don't feel it. You know, I just kind of do these things, and I don't know if it's because.
Well, take your friend, for example. And he just waves his hand, and the visage of Mary before and Mary now appear side by side. If it weren't for you and the rest, but you're part of the rest, would this have happened to her? And he, like, waves his hand, and the Mary on the left then now there's 3 Marys. And the one in the middle is the Mary you met initially. To the right is the one you see now. To the left is one that is green, haggard, warts, a gross smile, fully hagged out,
Oh shit.
thorns growing out of her head and back in. Don't you think you saved her? Does that not make you a hero? She was part of it, sure, but that makes her a hero of saving herself as well. Took out an evil, one that was partaking in kidnapping children.
That's true.
So are you really playing hero?
Yeah.
What does it mean to be a hero anyways? What do you get from it? You're
Yeah, I don't
pursuing
know,
a
it's
greater
kinda-
good because you want to. Not because you have to. Not because of a title. Is anyone going to recognize these deeds?
No, I mean, the larger scale stuff, sure, right? That's a byproduct of doing something large. But no, you're right. It doesn't. Yeah. I mean, that's mostly why I'm like kind of really trying to fill out my little monster manual now. I know what we have back at the villages. You know, it's there for them to learn. But part of me wants to fill this out. Not just for myself, for it to be like this, like, you know, I can reference it, but it's also like if somehow I make it back, you know, I don't know what happens out on the road, but if Merrick gets the book, that would be
That would be good. That would be in some way of me making up for lost times. You know, he could read this book and see that like it's not so bad out in the world, I guess. But then another part of me is, I don't know, there's such large stakes at hand. I feel like we're fighting with gods now. It's not just the Phoenix, and it's not just the Lich. There's also Baraxis, and then there's many things that like I want to solve, but I don't know if I'm the one to solve them. Not in my lack of confidence, but I don't know if I can be the one to go solve all of those, if that makes sense. But I feel compelled to, but I don't know how to help in all those situations. And then it makes me wonder why we stay in secrecy as a village, because there's a lot of incredible people there with, I mean, your divine power gifted to us, you know? Like, it would be so much better for the world if we weren't in secrecy. But I understand if we share all of it, you know, it can end up in the wrong hands, you know?
I know. I was the one that directed your ancestors to find that place.
My curiosity, not to question or interrogate you on this, is how do you do it then? How do you kind of come to terms with knowing that you can only solve what you can see?
I'll give you this one for free. You need to find purpose in the fact that if you don't solve the problems you see, no one will. And there is no only the problems you see, because the problems you see and you solve are for you, and the problems you don't see and don't end up solving weren't meant for you to see and solve. It doesn't minimize the impact that you're having in the problems you do see. And no one can see all of them. I'm a prime example of that. I didn't know that this Baraxis was putting on a facade to be me and cause as much strife as he has. That was not something to my knowledge. But as a problem I couldn't see, there was nothing I could do about it. And now that I do see it, there's something I can do about it now. So, does that make that problem any less important now that I see it now versus having not seen it before?
True. That's true.
I do have a question for you. All of this, and he's like looking around this forest, this snowy forest you're in. Are you just doing this so you could win? Are you praying? Are you seeking my counsel for the sole purpose of progressing heroism? Or do you truly worship what I do, what I provide, what I can provide?
I believe, I don't know what it's like to worship yet, just because I'm just beginning this path, but I do believe in the ability that I was allowed to be forgiven. I was allowed to be brought back in. And in ways, I guess I do worship the opportunity of working under you or worshiping you, because me being out here allows me to be similar to Cain, but not Cain, if that makes sense. There's two of us out here helping, rather than just the one.
Cain is on a divine mission. One that I provided for him. One that was, you could say, meant for you, but clearly not if you're not the one who took it up. There's no rules that state I only have to have one champion. But your family sticks true to the culture that they've cultivated. And if I deem your pursuits worthy enough, who's to say you can't both be champions? However, that takes a lot of time and a lot of devotion, and making up for lost time. I want to get to know who the son of my chosen lady is. And I don't mean the younger one.
Hey, who knows? Merrick could be a superstar.
But for now, and he like holds a hand to your cheek, and there's just warmth. And he goes, sleep. And he pushes you, and you feel floating.
That's crazy.
The rest of you, he was praying until he passed out. Like he was holding his hands open, and then like the blood stopped bleeding. It started to like the wound stopped, pumping blood, and the dissolving petals disappeared, and he just sort of onto the bed. The rest of you, he was doing that for a good while you guys were doing whatever you were doing before bed, or we can just say everyone goes to sleep and we skip to the next morning, unless anyone's doing anything else.
What's the weather going to be like tomorrow?
What's the weather going to be like tomorrow? Is that what you said?
I cast Druidcraft.
Does Druidcraft tell you the weather?
Next 24 hours.
Sure. It'll be mostly cloudy with very low chance of rain. Just one of those really darker days that doesn't actually come with any precipitation.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up.
Yeah, Fred Durst.
So
One of those days.
It's just one of those days. Yeah.
I'll keep my cloak closer.
Cool. Everyone goes to sleep for the night. You all can long rest. Those of you who have spells that you can change. Oh, Sticky, were you about to say something?
No, I was just gonna have Sticky was up late.
Okay.
And then waited till everybody was asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then she put the egg in the nest, covered it, and then she snuck out and slept elsewhere.
Okay. Where is elsewhere? Oh.
Um,
Also, passive perceptions on everyone.
16.
19.
11.
12.
Okay. None of you. It's not until you guys are about to go to sleep that obviously Sticky's up in her thing, but Aphelion, you recognize there's 2 empty beds, and you look around and you're like, okay, Ben, easy, asleep. Kelo, top bunk, asleep. Sticky up there. Mary, okay. Drell, yep. Where's Valxis? And it's in this moment that you think back, because you have a pretty good memory. You think back to downstairs, and you remember turning and everyone being like, "What the fuck was that, Sticky?" And then starting to ask her questions and really focus on her. And when you guys were like, "Okay, let's turn around, let's go pay for rooms and go up," Valxis was not there at the table.
Yikes.
The rest of you, Jin, you're passed out. Kelo, you, I say, as someone who is staying quiet during most of it, you can make an active perception check.
Oh.
A 24. You... Hold on, I gotta DM you.
He's got that top bunk.
I got the perception.
He's got that top bunk view line.
He's got the angles.
He has the high ground.
He has
the security.
His true name. There it is.
with his giant elephant ears. That light.
His radar.
Yeah.
So around, you just hear clicking, just.
Trunk is just sniffing around.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kelo, you remember, and I'm gonna say it out loud, and you've kept it from the rest of the party this whole time, because it's not your business. when they all turn towards Sticky, you are, listen, big head, big eyes. You see some shit.
Big ears.
As they all turn towards Sticky and you went to turn 2, you saw Valxis mumble something under his breath and then disappear. And you saw his chair slightly slide away from the table before he was gone. A couple people maybe that he was stepping by like felt like a hand on their shoulder and were like, fucking what? And there was nothing there. And he was like, oh, it must have been someone walking by. But you know that Valxis would have left. He went invisible and then wasn't at the table anymore. Aphelion, you only noticed now that everyone's going to bed.
No Sticky and no Valxis?
Hmm?
Or Sticky's there?
Sticky's in the nest. Like, she's up in the nest with the eggs.
Okay.
There's 2 empty beds. One would have been Sticky's. And then the other is Valxis's.
Oh, crap. Is anybody else awake?
Sticky would be awake.
Sticky's awake. Everyone else, I would have said, I'd say probably went to sleep pretty quickly.
Sticky. Sticky. Did you see where Valxis went?
No, I thought he was with you guys down there. Why is he not there? Where is he?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. I just realized this now.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, what do we do? I hope that he's not mad at me because I said all those things about him having to kill his family and stuff.
I feel like worse has been said by people he's known for longer.
And stuff to follow that up is so crazy.
I'm just gonna go downstairs, see if Kurth may have seen him.
I'll come with you.
How are you getting down from the nest?
Ungracefully.
Get back!
It's a 6 foot. It's a 6 foot drop. So
Yeah. Sticky's gonna like bundle up the egg so it's nice and warm, and then she's gonna try her best to like drop down from it as gracefully as she can.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
And it's not gonna be, which is my favorite part.
A 5.
Yeah.
You like dangle your feet
no.
over the nest and then slowly start lowering yourself down, and you thought like, I'm 6 feet tall, and you like hung off the nest and your feet were just dangling, and you're like, uh-oh. And you go to like pull yourself back up, but you don't have the strength to, so you just let go and poof, hit the ground. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage, but you gotta hurt rump, and it didn't wake anyone up, surprisingly enough.
Heavy sleepers.
Yeah.
I think I
She's a
broke
small
my
girl.
voice.
She doesn't hit the ground that
I
hard.
think I bruised my.
Oh, true.
Like if Kelo fell out of the nest. Yeah.
He just drops into the next floor.
Hey, this wood is tough. It's made of curse.
That's right.
It's
Sorry.
quality shit here.
Yeah.
I'll never disrespect.
Nonetheless,
Curse again.
Aphelion and
Yeah.
Sticky, you guys go downstairs. Kurth is
That's cool.
behind the bar, just taking a branch. Like it's funny. He's shaped his one hand into like the shape of the cup so that it fits in perfectly, and he has it like wrapped in a cloth and is just with like a fist and then cleaning cups.
Hi,
Excuse
guys.
me, Kurth.
Hello. Was the nest not comfortable enough?
That was the best.
Good. What can I
Was-
do for you two? A nightcap, perhaps?
A question for the DM, and also for
What's up?
Valxis. Was he disguised as like generic Brian, or was he
Went invisible.
Gotcha. When, but beforehand.
Beforehand, he was him.
That was him. That was me.
It was just him. He's been in this
Gotcha.
city before. People have seen him.
People
He's been
know.
through Kurth's bar. It's just him.
Okay. Now, Kurth, did you see where
Yes?
Valxis went?
Mr. Winterlight, and he like looks out towards the main hall, and you see or you hear a little bit of creaking as you turn around, and you see almost like he recreated a foot pattern in the ground. Because while he was invisible, Kurth could feel his footsteps and how they work on the ground. And you see that he creates a walking path that goes around the table, stumbles a little bit, and then walks out the front door. And he goes, "That's the last my wood remembers of Alxis being inside the building."
Damn, I wish I had wood that remembered what it was like. Never mind. Sorry.
That was
Wow, that is.
Wow.
I'm sorry,
that
it
was-
slipped out. I
No,
wanted
I was
to.
thinking it
I don't want to
too.
talk anymore.
It's
I
fine.
can't say anything as a DM, huh?
No,
I
was
can't
gonna
say
make- I
anything.
was gonna make it-
I think B is just
Just
worked
fucking
up.
B
I
laughed
think
when I
he's got
said
something going
B
on.
laughed when I said that the Moorbounder was eating Jin from the inside out, like eating him out, like fucking laughing.
him out.
AJ, hi AJ.
It hurt.
Been
She's
here.
focused
Welcome.
on something.
I didn't notice
She's
you've been here.
focused on
You just
something.
have made
That's
noise for
okay.
the first time.
I did say my passive perception was 12.
Oh, you all said it at the same time. I didn't even hear it.
Corey, I'd like you to know that my mic was muted and I was cackling when you kept saying Mary got
I
haggard
giggled too.
and
Harold Haggard.
Haggard. Yeah. AJ, sorry for not noticing you've been here because everyone said their passive perceptions at the same time, and I was like, oh, well, okay. I didn't even hear you
You're good.
entered. You didn't be like, I'm here. I just had no idea.
My bad.
Nonetheless,
Also, why
Ben. So then,
is-
Ben, was there anything you were doing before dinner? I mean, before you sleep? I don't know what time you hopped in. If you were talking about passive perceptions, do you want
I
to be
think
filled
this
in
was
on
noticing Sticky slip away.
sticky slip away?
Me slip
Or
away.
Beast. Or Valxis slip away. Someone slip away.
Okay, so you didn't dinner. They caught Sticky eating a cupcake in a fucking bizarre ass way, where she
Okay.
like stuck it in her mouth and then it seemed to go through like a shimmer and like,
Sure.
and then she pretended to chew and swallow and fucking sucked at it. But then Valxis vanished. They were talking about beforehand about
Come on,
going to the
GB.
Phoenix. There's a lot of talk about going to the Phoenix, what you'd be able to do if you guys went to the Phoenix, but you didn't miss a whole lot.
Okay.
Nonetheless,
Is there anything I would like to do?
if there's anything you
I
would have done,
think-
because what happened was you guys were at the bakery, you guys went to the tavern. Drell was waiting there because he got out of the church, and you guys were still doing bakery stuff.
Yeah.
And at the tavern is where they discussed, what's the next plan? Going to the Phoenix, explaining what the Phoenix was to Sticky, and then
Gotcha.
Aphelion asked Sticky if she knew who Clockwork was. She did not, but then started talking about. Just noticed some stuff about talking about him and Jin being kidnapped, and Sticky having a bit of like recognition there, but not saying it.
Gotcha. I was around for the end of, I think it was a commune, Jin's commune.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you were after they got to the room. You guys, there's three bunk bed, right? 3-bed bunk bed and two
Gotcha.
2-bed bunk beds, and then a single bed. And there's 2 of the beds that aren't filled because Sticky was up in the nest, and then Valxis was missing. But those 2 are
Gotcha.
now asking Kurth. Okay.
I think I would pretend like I'm sleeping,
Mhm.
but I have the sword next to me, and I'm just kind of like staring at the tip.
Yeah, I was gonna say that during most of the time you would have been zoning out because of the sword.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely just like staring into it, like almost like getting the courage to say something, like ask a question,
Mhm.
but just kind of like choking up anytime I can't build up the courage, I guess.
Right. But yeah, so Kurth shows you guys the path of him leaving the tavern, and he hasn't come back since.
Thank you, Kurth. And
You're
I'll start walking
very
towards the door.
Okay, you're going outside.
Yeah.
Sticky,
is
are you following?
outside?
Damn right.
Okay.
Is there anything I can see? Any tracks? Any footprints left behind?
No, as soon as the place was busy. As soon as like the footprint in the wood of
I know on
Valxis.
the outside now, like the dirt. Any
No, this
impression?
is more of a the city is more of a cobblestoned city. Even then, if there were footprints in the dirt, you guys are now at the end of the night, having gone up to your rooms, and this place was like sort of filing out. So even if there were footprints, it could be from 30
It
different
could be-
people, 40 different people, 50 different people. Everyone left. There's only a couple patrons still slowly drinking drinks, or some that are way too drunk to go home.
Yeah.
But most people have filed out at this point.
Is there anything? Is there anybody or anything I see nearby?
Perception check. Do you have dark vision?
I have blindsight 10 feet. I do not have dark vision.
Okay.
I have dark vision.
You can also make a perception check outside if you'd like.
Yep. My rolls have been dog shit.
Yeah, you're stepping outside and that cold wind hits your face again. And you're realizing, like, wow, and the streets are empty and there's nothing really blocking and there's no sun. Like, it's cold out here. But not a cold... I mean, you kind of have been used to the cold a little bit. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But, Aphelion, Valxis, where would you have gone? Just a place... We did an investigation check earlier to find a place where it's easy to see the stars. You, while walking through the streets, are looking around, and it seems like, God damn it, there's never, like... There'll never be a place on the ground. So you duck into an alley, and you fly up, and you're on the rooftops, and you find a nice rooftop terrace that reminds you of the one at home, not nearly as elegant, where there's some vines and little flowers, and you're sitting up there, sort of on like a rooftop railing. There's no benches or anything. This isn't like a luxury space, but you're able to be above any of the torchlight in the city that would have any kind of light pollution to block you from seeing the stars. And you see the multiple moons in the sky. And I would say if you're just like sitting against this rail and staring, that with a perception of 29, I'd say it takes you a good 10 minutes of walking up and down some streets before you do see the silhouette of a segmented horned tiefling on the roof of a building in the distance.
How far?
Down the road. A few 5-6 houses down.
I'll try to get within mind link distance. 90
Easy
feet,
enough.
and just try and speak to him telepathically, and just, if even with the shielding thing going on, I'll try and say, like, just...
You attempt to
Valxis.
mind link in Valxis. You, without being consciously aware that this is happening, do get... Suddenly you hear a voice in your head. There's someone trying to get in. And you feel your finger like twitch on the ring finger. Or the finger your ring is on. Just like twitches a little bit. You have recognition. You've heard the voice once before.
Let him in?
Okay, if you say so. And you feel for a second, Aphelion, like the connection is held up by a wall before you feel yourself let in.
Hey, Valxis. Down here.
Turn around.
Perception check. Do you have dark vision?
I do have dark vision.
Perfect. Regular perception check, please. A 16. You look around a little bit before you peer over the railing, and you see Aphelion down below with Sticky kind of just like looking around, a little bundled up beside him.
Just wanted to make sure that you're okay. Take your time.
I'll hop the railing and glide myself down.
Easy enough. Sticky, you kind of get jump scared. Yeah.
I'm fine.
I'm gonna have Sticky step forward and just hug him.
Make a perception check, Valxis.
Okay. A
19. Okay. Anyways. She comes up and hugs you.
I sort of like...
That's a third one of those, AJ. The first two were nat ones.
They were sick.
How tall is Sticky? 5'2"?
Short, but you're also short.
We're the same height, probably.
Yeah, roughly the same height. You guys meet eye to eye. It's very strange for you.
Just... very limply kind of like hug back. Thanks.
I know that you ran away. I want to say that I'm sorry if what I said hurt you and stuff. I'm not very good at making friends, and I don't really know when what I'm saying is good or bad. And I'm sorry if what I said was bad.
No, it's fine. It wasn't you. I needed to think about some things alone.
Did you think about the things?
Huh?
You said you needed to think about some things. Did you think about the things?
I did think about the things, yes.
What do you think about the things?
To which we will, Valixis, if there was anything you wanted to do during the time you were gone, multiple hours, any sending spells, any
yes,
whatever's.
I would have sent a sending spell to someone to request an airship.
Okay, who do you want to send it to? There's few people that you probably could send it to. The question is who. You got your sisters, you got your dad, you got Bamboozle technically to then tell your dad, you got your mom if you really want to risk it, you got that woman that you were friends with growing up who works at the docks, you have your the captain of the ship herself, Meredith Fawn, who has declared she will not transport you specifically. Who are you going with? You got Stool if that's what you're feeling.
I'm gonna go.
I love that.
Oh shit! I forgot B doesn't know Stool's around.
Yeah,
she
that's
didn't
right.
know. I was like, yeah, she gets.
Stool's currently living with Vox's dad.
Yeah, he's just.
That's
eating,
my dude.
He's eating good. I'll message. Who do I want to message? That's a good fucking question. I will message Miss Meredith Fawn, and
Okay. What will you say?
Man, maybe I shouldn't message her. I know she doesn't. Well, I kind of do. My thinking is that I'm like, hey, I need an airship. I know you won't transport me, but can you at least send my airship to me so that I can have Mary pilot it? But also, that seems very weird to ask the captain of my ship, who won't fly me, to fly.
There was a stand-in captain the last time.
I know there is.
Okay, are you asking her?
Yeah, I'll ask her.
Yeah.
If you want, you can use a higher level, and I can just say you get the message across.
Yeah,
okay.
What level?
You're gonna be long resting anyways. It's not really important. Whatever level.
Okay, fair enough. That's true.
So there's a moment, and while you're staring up at the stars, this is before Aphelion and Sticky get here, and there's a sigh, and you hear, Mr. Winterlight, we will send someone. Who am I kidding? It's going to be me. I don't have another captain on hand. We will be there as quickly as we can. The airship is docked in the capital and ready to receive you in Hedron. We will be there as soon as we can. Expect us in less than a week. 4 days. I'm going to bed. And the message ends.
Sick.
Okay, now we're back to you three outside. Unless there was another message or another thing you wanted to do while you were... Okay, just staring up at the
Thinking
sky.
about it, message is kind of a fucked up spell. It's like you don't even get the chance. Whatever it is.
Well, sending is, yeah, because sending and message are the same thing. Message is a cantrip where if someone's within 30 feet of you, you can speak to them and say, yeah. So why is it fucked up?
I just, because it's like, in real life we have phones and you have to accept the phone call, right? But it's like...
Someone can choose to refuse a sending spell if they want, like resist it.
Can they? Like,
yeah, fuck it, why not? How often are you sending sending spells to people that you can't... I mean, it's like the sending stones that have the sending spell in them. I mean, you can choose not to receive the message on the stone. If someone
Can
tried
you,
ascending,
though?
someone tried casting ascending spell specifically on Valxis, he would have it hit his ring.
Right. But that's Valxis. Valxis has, the new iPhone, right? So it's like he's
Yeah.
able to,
It's
tell
kind of like
Siri
the
whether
idea
or
of
not
not
to
knowing a
pick up
spell
the
is
phone.
affecting you. You know, it's kind of like
Yeah,
if you had
yeah.
a phone in your head, or whatever, and it was like, or you're standing out in the street and then someone goes, "Hey, you're forced to listen to me." You don't get time to cover your ears. You know, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But yeah, I see what you're saying. But yeah, so you three are on the street. Are you guys gonna head back to the tavern?
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys head back to the tavern. Go up to your room. Sticky, you're helped get boosted back up into the nest. But then you said later you're gonna come out and fall asleep somewhere else. You have a bed that you can end up falling asleep in. The rest of you go to sleep. Everyone long rests. We're up in the next morning.
Oh, shoot.
You guys all wake up, unless there's something you guys want to do specifically in the morning. You all get your breakfasts. Maybe a quiet, less talkative breakfast before you have the whole day ahead of you. And if Valxis communicates it, multiple days before a airship will arrive. A koi will arrive.
What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
Gin at breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
So,
You wake up specifically, Jin, and are like, "Oh shit! I guess I must have passed out while praying."
yeah.
That's crazy. You look down at your hands, and the wounds on your hands are gone.
No.
Okay. Before breakfast in the room, team meeting. I don't know how to approach this, but I know I brought up last night about the clockwork thing.
Yeah.
In my meditation, I guess in my prayer, whatever, in my prayer, I was speaking to Nokris, and I was kind of asking, if Clockwork is a good person, and he says he is, but there's a lot of conflict in it. My curiosity with Clockwork is maybe his conflict within the Empire is similar to ours in our situation.
I mean, we barely even know the guy, but
I mean, I know he has a bad first impression with you and I. You know, it's kind of hard to go talk to a guy who just kidnapped us, but maybe he acts the way he acts because we were in that position, if that makes sense. Like, if we weren't where we were, we wouldn't have been kidnapped.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys feel about that, but maybe he is a solution to the Phoenix problem.
It wouldn't be any more harm talking to him.
Yeah. And
anything
right
else?
now you're good. Kelo. There's no immediate danger with your arm, but I did ask about you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Saves me a lot
You're
of time.
good. Well, I don't know how much time, so I don't know if it's gonna be like me constantly communicating to figure out your time, but
Well,
there's
that saves me a lot of.
I don't know. The only thing I want to try to do within your family, Valxis, I know is a really tough spot. I asked about Sheila. I know it's selfish. But she's not okay. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but in the prayer, it just felt hot. Like, it just felt like this scorching heat. So it would be nice for my sense of peace if we just figured out what your family sent her out to do. But I do think working with Clockwork is the best.
Well, you'll be happy to know that we have an airship coming in 4 days. Oh.
Thank you. That mustn't have been easy, but thank you.
Just lay a soft hand on Vox's shoulder.
Okay. You guys go down, get breakfast, do your whole thing. What do you guys want to do? We can skip multiple days if you'd like. Unless there's something specific you guys want to do over multiple days.
You want to get some new clothes, Valxis?
Not from Headrun.
Oh, I
Fuck no.
want more new clothes.
You
Do you
get
want
that
new
drip
clothes
the
from
Empire.
Hedron specifically, Drell?
You want that drip from the
We're going to the
Empire.
capital. You want new clothes from the capital? Come on.
Fine.
Wait, we get new clothes?
Well, I was just saying maybe you pick up some clothes here if you want to go in disguise and some stuff, you know?
Oh.
Dress like how you are in the capital, they're gonna see, and if we go meet up with that guy,
So,
might be good for
What
you to
guy?
at least
You guys
look
all want to
down.
go buy black cloaks to hide your faces and walk around with in the city, like in
That's
fucking
so
House of the Dragon? All the royalty
nonchalant.
just wear big cloaks and then walk around the streets and they're totally fine.
Yeah.
I want to go buy fresh clothes. They're the exact same what I have.
Okay, that takes it because someone has to
Nice.
take in what you're wearing and match it perfectly.
Yeah.
So you takes a couple days, cost you 5 silver.
Can I just have a new set of robes?
Do you want them identical to the sort of like regal ones you're wearing now?
No,
You're wearing pretty
casual.
yeah, you're wearing pretty noble clothing. So you want just kind of like aristocrat, like merchant clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I
Easy
want
enough.
a huge leather jacket with black studs.
Like a trench coat or
Sorry,
Like a punk jacket.
when you say
Okay,
huge,
if
you
we're
mean
out shopping,
long?
Jin will offer, do you want to wear my jacket at times?
You see Jin's jacket is like a crop top jacket with like a fur lining at the top to keep him warm just from the neck.
Yeah.
You put
If you get
on
called, I'll let you wear it at times, but this is... Why don't we... You want a matching one? You
Do
want
you-
to get a matching one?
Yeah, but I want my one to have spikes on it.
That's
you get
tough.
yourself a leather jacket with black leather jacket with spikes on it.
What
Okay, we're so cool.
What if
Yeah.
our group's thing is like leather jackets?
And so I'll start walking down the street.
I don't
Okay.
look.
Yeah.
I don't look.
I want a switchblade comb.
I just glanced down at like.
They've already met this guy before. This is character. The kid from fucking Eintrist.
Oh, so- can I-
Tunnel rats rule.
Yeah, he was very tunnel rats rule. He's gonna help you around the city, give you a little bit of information, tell you where
Little
that trips to
rapscallion.
Yoli's. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, you guys get your clothes. I'd say it costs anyone who's getting new clothes 5 silver total.
Well, no new clothes for me.
Valxis, can I borrow some money?
Oh, I got it.
I
Ben.
gave Sticky all of my gold.
I will.
No, I got it, Ben.
I go, if you want money, I'll give it back to you, Ben.
Will that just be 1 gold total?
Sure. Yeah. Ben, what are you getting for clothes?
Right?
Yeah.
I would like to. I look down at my raggedy pants and torn shirt
Mhm.
and frayed vest.
Yep.
And I would like to get a new cord for my necklace.
Ooh.
That's it?
Okay. Easy enough.
Just the,
Nothing. I'm not replacing anything else. Just the cord.
just the
So you
cord
say
for your
all of that
necklace?
and then just the cord. Got it.
Yeah.
You end up going to like a jeweler to get that done.
You don't
Yeah,
even
just like a
want,
little
new
leather
Yeah.
cord.
You don't want a
That
new
costs
leather
you a
jacket?
gold because that's like a piece of jewelry. It's a little more expensive than clothes for some reason.
Listen, guys,
Yeah.
it can look good, you know. What
So
is
it's
this?
a gold and
So-
5 silver?
Yes.
I have 0, so I
got
think
it.
someone needs to.
He
give...
covered it. Drell's covering it.
Okay.
You're never fully dressed without a smile, Ben.
I'm gonna cast the wand of smiles at him.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh, this little fucker.
I hope Ben's immune to it. Just doesn't have the muscles. They're all rotted away.
Oh no, so his jaw falls off?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Jesus.
Doesn't
Guys.
smile, his lips just curl back.
Like the Grinch.
Where the fuck did we put? It's in your. Oh, there it is.
Ben just duck lips. His lips just roll.
I'm trying to see. I'm just gonna create in your inventory the wand of smiles so I can see it. Ben, make a charisma saving throw. Unless you want to let it through.
I'm good at those. I'm gonna try and save.
Yeah.
A 16. Yeah, you're fine. She points it at you, waves it, and it like
I'll smile anyway.
sparks a little bit, and you smile, but not in the way that when you use it on Valk's Aetheria, he's like,
Yeah.
not heavy. He just smiles a little bit, and you're like, oh, must be running out of juice.
And then I'm gonna, after he smiles, I'm gonna hug him because I think it worked.
Mhm.
Like, you're like, nice.
Hey Ben, make a
And I'll
perception check.
hesitate, and then pat you on the head.
Make a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyways.
Fuck you.
Sick.
Anyways, multiple days go by. On the 4th day, you guys wake up, and there's a commotion outside. You look out the window, and you see a bunch of people like gathered together looking up. Sticky, for the first time, you rush over to the window, and you see in the sky a giant koi fish flapping
Holy
its
shit,
fins.
there's a giant fish outside!
And on its back is a ship, almost worked in like a saddle on this giant
Forgot
koi
about
fish.
that.
And it just... And there's like these blue floating crystals that are like exuding energy as it slowly is lowering itself to the ground on the outside of the city gates. Screamed so loud it broke your mic.
Oh my god, guys, what the fuck?
They breathe air, Vaxus.
Yeah, that's
Huh?
That's crazy.
The fish.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
sprint out the door towards
Yeah.
the fish.
I forget that that's like not a normal sight. Like I did fly.
I mean,
around.
I've seen them before.
Yeah,
You've been
but-
on one multiple times.
Yeah, it's just I flew around it for most of my life on it, so
I've been to the farm where they raise them.
what?
Fuck it,
Okay.
why not?
Thank you.
Why
Do
not?
you mean raise as in from a baby or raise them
Yeah,
into the
like-
sky?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, explain that.
Both. I think it's the correct answer.
They lay eggs, they hatch, they have,
What are
they
they
have
like,
farmers who
little?
raise them, but they're like, it's like some rich shit. This is like some... Yeah. He's seen it.
expensive.
He's been there. Why not? Fuck it.
It's funny.
He's like 2,000 years old. It's okay.
There's good chances.
Yeah.
I was there when the cornerstones were placed.
Oh wow.
Nonetheless, you guys rush outside. This ship has landed in the magical staircase out onto the ground. People have like created like a ring around the ship itself and are just like talking amongst.
Are they taking pictures?
With what?
Their brain. Their eyes.
Sure, yeah, they're all really absorbing this moment.
Are they seeing with their ears?
You see, and that's what's wrong with today's generation.
Not a phone in sight, you know?
See, not a foreign sight, honestly.
Real shit.
Oh my god, Aaron's gone super blurry. Bye, Aaron.
God, dude, it does this shit every fucking time.
I was
I don't
like,
wanna,
damn,
turn off
dude,
this- I'll
dude
just
turned on
cover
the
it.
sensor. No, you're fine, you're fine. Just stay like that. Just stay blurry. It's really funny.
You got to do the makeup guru.
But yeah, you guys all rush out to the ship. Captain Meredith Fawn standing, arms crossed behind her back at the top of the stairs.
Captain.
When are we to depart?
I look at the
No.
We can go now.
now, I guess.
Okay. You all board the ship. She steps out of the way. She shakes Mary's hand. Glad to have you back aboard.
Happy to be aboard again.
I hope she treated you well on your trip down to the coastland.
Oh, it was awesome. It was great.
Wonderful. Anywho,
I'm gonna grab that.
back to the capital.
I'm gonna run over, stick my hand out, grab theirs, and be like, "How sticky?"
Hello,
we have a new
Sticky. You see in front of you the she looks like the captain from Treasure Planet. She's a fawn woman.
Oh, yeah.
She's standing tightly uniformed, wearing Empire colors, which you have seen before. Uniformed, standing in a very stiff, very proper, like perfect posture stance. And she had her hand out, and you grabbed it and shook it, and she, hello, Sticky. Nice to meet you. You are picking up more and more stragglers, Mr. Winterlight. On the regular.
really stiff.
I have to be. It's formality.
Being a formality?
It is a formality for me to present myself in a professional manner in front of one of the Winterlights of the Empire.
Who's a Winterlight?
She gestures over to Valxis.
Oh, I thought your name was Velxis.
It's his surname, the Winterlight Empire. It's his family that run it. They own it. They are my employers.
Oh, okay. Well, hi. Nice to meet you. Is this your fish?
I do not own the beast in which we ride. It is owned by the Empire. I am only the pilot.
So you pilot the fish.
Yes.
How do you pilot a fish?
Oh, well, we've already shown Miss Mary over here. Why don't you join us for this trip? And we'll get you all warmed up on how all of this works.
Yeah, we can show you how to ride the fish.
So, you guys, unless there's something you guys want to specifically do,
I want to kiss the fish.
are you gonna jump off the side of the ship and go try to kiss the fish that's beneath it?
Well, that fish is the fish currently.
Imagine
on
a
the ground
ship. Well, you guys are going to take off. Like this is take.
Yeah,
so you
but
wanna...
it's on the ground right now, right?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna smooch it and then
You
get on the ship.
okay, sprint back down the stairwell right as they were about to pull it up, and you just wait a second. You run over, you kiss the fish. It's damp
Nice.
and scaly like a fish.
Nice.
And you run back up the stairs. You guys take off. What was it, Jin? What was the other thing?
I was gonna say Jin seems stressed the entire time until the ship gets here and will be through the ship.
Okay.
I forgot to mention that.
Cool. You guys take off, gliding on the ship over the Dytharnian Kingdom into the lands of the Winterlight Empire. As you guys depart from Hedron, you do see Mistal Lightborn and her secretary on the steps of the town hall, just looking up at you, no waving, just looking up at the ship
I'll
as it
wave.
leaves. You wave.
I want to wait.
There's an acknowledging nod, but no waving back.
Oh.
As you guys leave and go north to the Winterlight Empire.
So stoic.
I'm disappointed.
Crushing my fucking heart, B.
Are you guys doing anything specific on the ship over the next 4 days, or more rest and casual existence?
I am going to drive this poor,
You
delightful...
need to give me an intelligence check. Not a saving throw, a check.
I got you. Okay.
An 18. You start picking up on everything pretty quickly, and you and Mary working together, kind of like an oiled machine. Well-oiled machine. You guys are just fucking doing shit. Like, Mary would walk behind her and start, like, barking commands when she did, and Mary became, like, first mate whenever she's aboard. And you start, like, second mating. You're, like, mimicking Mary, mimicking the captain. So it's just a trio of these women walking around the ship and just barking the same command at people as you start to pick up. But as you're moving around, you're starting to pick up more of the intricacies of air travel with this, using broomstone to fly and the mechanisms that are used to keep the broomstone fueled and
I was gonna say,
the ship flying.
can I do a bunch of research on like the mechanics of the ship?
Yeah, so you learn about broomstone being used as a natural magic crystal that can create lift and movement. That they have like certain like fuel mongers where instead of piling coal into a furnace are powering the crystals and keeping them powered over the travel. It exhausts them, but each ride, they're paid pretty well to do so, to channel their magic into these crystals, and it's kind of like a meditation for some of them. And that the koi fish just naturally have the ability to glide and fly and carry a lot of weight. So the broomstone is mostly for instead of reins on a horse, the broomstone directs the fish. So it doesn't need to be fully traveled. It's not like there's an engine on here. It's not like this thing is mostly being carried and maneuvered and flown by the fish.
Nice.
So, nonetheless, You guys travel the 4 days. You land in the Empire. First time you guys have been back since before going to Jin's home. You know Bamboozle's
That's
here.
true.
The last time you guys were here was when Valxis told off his mom. Jin was told he couldn't be around Sheila anymore. Drell sold off the rights to his life story to a librarian.
Oh, that's right. I
Jin
can
and
make more
Aphelion got
money.
kidnapped. You guys met Clockwork. The doppelgangers.
So much has happened.
So much has happened.
But you're back
So much life.
at the dock, and as the stairs descend down, you guys are back in the Winterlight Empire.
Where's
And that's where we
Valxis?
end the session for tonight.
Where's Valxis' sweetheart?
Oh.
I
Oh,
didn't realize
bro.
what time it was, so I was like, fuck, we gotta make sure Cass and Noah
Yeah.
can get out of here.
The entire time that we've been traveling back to the capital, Valxis has been locked in him.
Cool. But that's where
So
we're gonna end the
much
session.
explained.
I'm glad everyone could be here and we can finally get a session in, you know?
Let's
Feels
go.
good. Is everyone good for next week?
Yes.
Yeah, should be.
Should be fine. Yeah.
More specifically, is anyone not?
That's the
No,
that's the
I'm
25th.
available because
That would be the 25th.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Then I
For
will,
real this time.
for the recording's sake, we'll see you all again next week. Have a wonderful night. Hope you enjoyed the session. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
We need a duet eventually.